Yeah, we're about to get started. Oh, looks like it's working. Cool. So I'll
Yeah,
just tweet that out and we can count it down.
tweet
Hi
me on
there.
Twitter. Hold on, be right back. Before, sorry.
And RPG is back. Going to be back. So I guess we'll be starting once he gets back. So yeah, chapter cool. I'm starting to feel like the boomerang effect of the year of the video game. It's like at first I was like, yeah, it's gonna be amazing and the sky's the limit. I don't know. I'm feeling conflicted now with all these season passes and DLC and users getting exploited. I don't know how to feel. I feel yeah, but I know I'm gonna buy the game anyway. So I'm like, but I'm part of the problem. I don't know. It's just yeah, it's bothering me. It's like there's no solution in sight.
Yeah, well, it's just, I don't know if it's part of the problem. It's just they've made something that people really want. And obviously, people want to pay as little as possible.
I think the thing is like they're trying to get as much money as they can out of it. So it's not the bad thing that they've made something. It's just they keep adding on and then it like balloons the cost to the user. I mean they don't have to buy the season pass, but it's like come on, how can I not buy more challenge rooms? It's like even if I buy it a la carte versus buying it all, like it's like yeah, it's like a worse deal if I buy it all because if I bought the rest of the Lord of the Rings DLC, it would cost more than season pass. But I just wanted the Bright Lord DLC, so luckily I could avoid it. And then none of the Far Cry 4 DLC was worth it, so I'm like, oh, I'm glad I didn't buy that crap because it's totally not worth it. Ugh. But
I mean, the main issue right now with the Batman stuff is that we don't know what it is.
that's the
They're
other
just like,
thing. So that's the other
it's
thing is
weird
like
that they
the game
announced
is
the
like so
price before
close, and
what
it's
it
like
is.
yeah, it's like it's so close, and like we have no idea. And then like it didn't help the fact that they showed that trailer where it's like, oh, you can have Catwoman, Robin, and Nightwing just like the last game, but we don't know what context it's in. So is it in season pass? Maybe.
That would suck.
It's killing me. It's killing me. It's like, can I play them in just the challenge maps? Can I play them? Is there story stuff with them? Yeah, I don't know. It's driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy. Of course, all along I know I'm gonna get the game anyway, so it's like, ugh. But then it's like, well, if I just get the, premium edition, it comes with a season pass, and I get it for 90 instead of 100, and maybe I'll get the Red Hood stuff just a couple weeks later. But I can't wait a couple weeks, so it's like I'm kind of forced to get it from GameStop on top of the season pass, and be like, well, it's $100, but hey, I get. Or I could just like wait to get the season pass on sale, but then that's the thing now. It's like I'm waiting to see like when is the first thing from the season pass I want to play? Is it going to be the first day, the first week? Who knows? And I can just wait to get the season pass and be like, well, I didn't get it all at day one, or I got the season pass on sale later on maybe. But yeah, I doubt that's going to happen.
Season passes tend to not go on sale, actually, until it's much later when they're releasing that Ultimate Edition.
That's the other thing.
So,
It's like, oh, I could just wait 12 or more months, and it'll be
chances
20
are you
bucks for
should,
everything bundled in. But
oh
by then,
man.
everybody would have already played it, and probably would have had it spoiled for me. So, no benefit.
So what you need to do is you need to get the base game for as cheap as possible, whether that be like trade stuff in or have credit already, something like that. And then, but even then, that's not like, unless you have stuff you really don't need anymore.
Oh, I should just
Mm.
like, yeah. Even if I did trade in Watch Dogs, I don't think it has any value right now. If I just blew through it, let's see. Cause I got it for 20, but it probably has less than 20 value. Trade in. So, but then I could get the digital version later. So whatever, I would have played it, just like Mordor and GTA or whatever it was. Wait, no, I still have GTA. Oh, I should trade that in, because, yeah, I'll just get that digitally later. Yeah, I just like sacrifice a bunch of these physical copy games. Be like, yeah, I'll get it digitally later. It's Batman. F it. It's worth it. F these games. Trade values. Let's see here. Transit Auto 5? PS4? Oh wow, it's actually $33. That's very surprising.
Which one?
GTA 5 on PS4.
Oh. Yeah, that's not too surprising. The game has only gone down in price temporarily, I think, twice to 40.
Watch Dogs. PS4. Wow, Watch Dogs is $275. That's crazy. Not even $3. Holy crap. It's not even worth it to trade it in. Let's see, what's the other game? Oh, Killzone Shadowfall. Killzone Shadowfall? Probably just as bad as Watch Dogs, if not worse. Yep, $1.65. So between the two very old, or rather old games compared to GTA, it's like they're less than $5 between the two of them.
Jeez.
So, yeah. Whereas GTA, I could just trade it in, get the digital version, and that'll be that. I guess that, yeah, it's not bad. That's like over half of the cost for Batman, so. So I guess it's a good thing I didn't get the digital version after all. But then it's let's see, 30 plus 40, so yeah, it's like, that's 70, which is only 10 more than the standard copy of the game. But not as bad. Oh.
Oh, dang it. Why are Star Wars Legos so expensive?
I wonder if Disney Infinity is just gonna like do the Call of Duty thing where it's like every year there's like a new one, so it's like 3.0, 4.0, and it just keeps going up. Because the 2.0 has been out for a while, we haven't seen a new one, and now there's Avengers 2, and it's like, maybe E3, it's like, oh, 3.0, or has like some other stuff besides Marvel. It's like Star Wars, Disney, and Marvel. More Infinity figures. I almost called them amiibos.
I hope the lightsabers light up when you put them on the pads. That's cool.
I need to play that game because I've had it. I just haven't got around to playing it. Ugh. It's really weird. Like playing Mercenary Kings. It's like looking at the time I spent playing it. I would have not thought, before playing it, that I would have spent this much time playing it. Because it's like
It's really long.
Yeah, it's a very, very long game. Like I thought it was just like a couple stages or whatever. It's actually like every rank you go up is kind of like another stage, and then it just has stages or objectives within those stages. So it's very well designed, at least for longevity. There's like a bunch of different boss encounters. So I was like, yeah, Mercenary Kings, you have done a good job of blowing me away at what I thought you were going to be versus what you are. Because I thought it was just going to be go through stages, shoot stuff, shoot up stuff, but there's so much more here. And there's like crafting and stuff. It's like, wow. Well, you made me a believer. Oh, I guess I do have Dragon Age. I should play that in the wait for whatchamacallit. House of Wolves.
Did you watch the stream today?
Nope. I was asleep.
Ah,
And then I woke up and I went on IGN and I was looking at their stuff.
it's very, very extreme PvP stuff.
So once you lose 3 times, is that it, or?
You just have to go back and buy another scorecard.
Oh. Does it cost Glimmer or some made-up currency?
I think it costs a made-up currency.
Of course it does. I don't know. I think for me, depending on what is in the next major update, since they say it's going to be major, that could make or break it for me. Because it's like it. I don't want it to be basically the Disney 1.0 that we've had, and then it's just a refreshing of that. Of like, okay, here's some new strikes, here's some new story missions, but the core experience of you just do the same things over and over every day or week. I think at that point I'm done.
I think actually it's going to be quite different.
Because as I've been looking at this stuff as I've been coming out with it or I guess last week's, or if it was last week's or whatever stream, and then this week's, it's like, well, new PvP gear, but I don't play with VP, and new area to explore with new stuff in it. Eh. It's like, but can they somehow make the story of the game better when the first base content was kind of I don't know. Cause I had to like think to myself, why was I so excited about this game? Why did I keep coming back to it? Because I thought it would get better. And if it doesn't get any better, I need to just be at peace with the game and leave it as is. It also feels kind of weird because it's like, you have Iron Banner gear, but then you have the Trials of Osiris stuff, so it's like, it all looks cooler than the Iron Banner gear, kind of, because it's all Egyptian-y themed, so maybe every new thingy, or not every new expansion, but like every other expansion is going to be like, oh, here's some new PvP gear to go for. Or I guess or maybe it's just every new hub area, maybe, we'll see. It's like... The reef is Egyptian theme, the tower is Iron Banner stuff, and then whenever we get the next one, it'll be a different theme. Cause it's like, yeah, we get new gear and stuff, but it could kind of result in the same thing, where everybody's like, I want that cool Egyptian looking stuff, so we all kind of look the same, maybe, I don't know. That's the one thing I want to happen, is like, if everybody does just keep like one set of gear and just like whatever, and like not care about, oh, that looks so cool. But it's like, that's not how that works, because every time you see someone in the tower or wherever, it's like, oh, what's that? I want that. So it's like, everybody kind of wants to look like the awesome stuff that's there, not be some normal, boring Guardian. Are you back, RPG?
I am.
Okay. You missed us discussing the game which shall not be named.
Oh no, but I wanted to hear. No. What's the game?
Destiny.
Ew. Never mind. I take it back. I don't want to. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to.
I just realized something. I haven't started the actual podcast, but I think I'm just gonna have that be the cold open of like, talking about Destiny and Infinity stuff, and it's like, yeah, here we are, Aimless Babble Z episode 200.
Wow.
And 73. Yes, I had to wait for the page to load because I didn't want to be wrong. So yeah,
I see that. We could.
It's such a cold open. I didn't know the episode number, so I had to look it up. But yeah, here we are. So yeah, we'll have some. Much been playing some ARAR. I totally tweeted at RPG. I don't think he saw it because he's like, whatever, it's taken. And then news, because we already discussed it, season passes and whatnot. But still, man, there was stuff died this week, and we must pour some out and mourn it, because, I mean, I was looking forward to the other thing that RPG was looking forward to, too, and, like, everybody else is like, oh, it's like, dude, F that game.
That's what I said. I was like,
where's our hot mega action?
I was like, oh no, I lost another 3 game. They all just go down the drain.
So I guess Kojima's still, somewhere in Konami. Like, they have some seat he sits in, and he's like, oh, it's Kojima's office because we don't let him work on games. So I guess he's not fired just yet, but, once Metal Gear Solid 5 comes out,
They have him locked in a cell somewhere
they burn that room down, and, like,
for consulting.
he never existed. So yeah,
Which is weird because he's like their bread and butter. Why would they do that? I'm pretty much never going to buy a Konami game after this. This seems like a terrible.
I read so many
idea.
articles. It was weird of like, Konami after this is like they're such a shadow of what they used to be and like back in the day. And then it's like there's no more creators in the industry that are like tied to the games that they've been working on since the 80s or whatever, or the golden age. So it's like kind of weird and sad.
It's gonna be Metal Gear Mobile.
That's
Free to play.
It's
Free
even
to
worse.
play.
It's even worse.
Free to start, you mean? Free to start.
It was funny because when they announced that Silent Hills was canceled, they said, "Don't worry, we're still making Silent Hill games." And it was like, no one was worried about that.
It's like we weren't even concerned. We knew.
It'd be a scary pachinko machine that jumps out at you.
I am sad for them because this seems like, I mean, unless he like left on his own volition, then it's different. But it's like if they got rid of him, that was just stupid.
So, what do you think is going to happen? Like, does
They're
he
gonna
leave and just retire?
implode.
Like
I don't
I
think
think he's
retires.
approaching 60.
Yeah, he's up there.
Is he
strange.
60? Wow.
He looks really young for.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah,
say.
he looks
But
much
yeah,
younger than he is.
he's
But
up
Maybe he
there.
does. If he does, that's terrible and sad. And yeah, such a tragedy for the industry.
I would be.
if you
sad.
think about it, it's sort of interesting. Like a lot of these sort of legendary Japanese developers that we've always heard about throughout the decades, I think over half of them are no longer at the companies that made them legendary.
So then, what you're saying is there might still be hope.
The only thing
Yeah,
I think
like-
what might happen is like he goes the Keiji Inafune route, does like a Project Number 9 type of deal, where it's like, hey dudes, Konami left me on the cold, but I know you and my loyal fans will just give me as much money as you want to make this
Yeah.
amazing game. And I'll just like break another Kickstarter record of like,
Kojima
Well, I
comes
mean-
out and says, "We're gonna make this high-speed mecha action game called
not,
Plane of the
not Zone of the Elders.
Elders,
Plane of the.
Place of the Elders."
I'd be all into that. I'd be like, yes, let's make this happen. Let's make it happen.
That's kind of what we've seen. Like Mighty Number 9 is so Mega
Pretty
Man,
much Mega Man.
but not Mega Man.
It's like you can get away with so much and not.
I think
get
that would be
sued
like the
nowadays.
benefit though, is like if he wasn't tied to like the corporate publisher, slave, master. It's like he can do whatever he wants. So it's like whatever.
He could. I mean, he could just open up his. Well, he's kind of old now, so it might be too late. But I mean, he could have totally like opened up his own studio thing and went like the Miss Walker route. And
Yeah.
The thing is, like, he didn't want to do that. Like, that's why Kojima Productions was started. Initially, he had become like higher and higher
Yeah,
up.
I think,
at
and like the
Konami,
other
and
thing
then
is like
he
if
was
you look at
I
his
don't want to
games
do
that he
this.
does make, they take so much manpower to produce those games.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't think he would work well in that structure of small teams.
He just wanted to make his games, and then that's why Kojima Productions was made. It's like, oh yay, now I don't have to deal with the management stuff or anything like that. I can just make the games and all the media and like I guess t-shirts and things like that. And
just
yeah, once he leaves, it's like, well, he loses Fox Engine, which they've been working on for years
Ever.
now. So he has to like make new technology. Although the new technology
So is the engine
never,
just gonna
like,
sit there now? Because I mean,
so they can make Metal Gear Mobile free to play.
yeah, I know, right? Like,
Ugh.
what are they gonna?
Oh,
They're
so
just gonna
sad.
sit there and rot now. You're not gonna get
I
the same
guess.
quality that you could have had before. It's like, ah.
Yeah, like to start from scratch is not that like even if all of Kojima Productions leaves Konami, they still have to to start up again. They have no place to work, so they gotta get a place to work. They need computers, and then they gotta start from nothing, and that
I think
Well-
they should join another company. One of the companies that I like, preferably.
that'd be pretty cool.
There's very few of those left in Japan RPG that are dying breed.
That's why I said one of the ones that's still left that I like. And I would be happy with that. I'm like, yes.
That would be actually kind of cool if Atlas was like, "Hey, dudes, we don't have the money, but we could try and make these mid-tier games."
Well, they have it now
before
because
we move
Sega,
on.
like Sega owns them.
Oh, yeah.
So they have Sonic money. They're good.
Do they? Do they?
I don't know.
Do rings
Sega did spend a
Are
ridiculous amount of
rings
money when
accepted
they
everywhere
acquired
around the
that
world by
one
Visa?
PC studio.
I mean, you'd be surprised. Despite how badly they keep getting reviewed, people still run out and buy them in droves because they're like, nope, one of these is gonna be good, guys. One of these. Just hope. But it's like, nope, not this one either. Oh, nope. Oh.
Sega also runs on children's tears because it just runs in to collect them every night when you have the nightmares of the terrible games that you've played by them. They're like,
they're
they got your
hey.
hopes so high, and then they broke them down.
They're like, guys, we're gonna totally build Valkyria Chronicles over here. Just kidding, haha. Let's collect those tears now. Like, you guys are the worst. Sega, you are the worst. The worst. I still love you though.
Amazing.
So yeah, what you been playing? What's to go first?
After that tangent.
Well then, I actually played Destiny this week.
Ew.
The Iron Banner has returned, and I was like, oh, cool. If for the first time ever, there are Iron Banner helms. And so I want to get like full Iron Banner gear for my two characters. I don't know if that's possible. Mostly because of the Glimmer situation. Each one is like 10,000, and you can only hold 25,000. And I haven't seen the limit in months.
But now you can trade in for monies now. You can buy money.
Actually, you can't do that yet.
Oh no.
That comes out with House of Wolves.
No.
So yeah, I'm leaning towards Warlock because the Warlock one I think looks cooler. The Titan one looks just like what's that one called? The Inner Light one, where the light is sort of spilling out the top of the Titan's helmet.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like that one on the front, except they've plastered the Iron Banner like logo on the front of it, so it looks sort of weird. And then the chest plate isn't quite as awesome as the big sort of Iron Banner robes that the Warlock gets.
Yeah, it's like after I saw those, I was like, oh, I didn't see the wolves on them, or I might have went for that. Dang it!
Yeah, so that is my goal for this week. But then I'm also kind of debating. It's like, well, but then there's going to be the new ascending mechanic when House of Wolves comes out, and then it's just like whatever legendary gear is available, all of it can be maximum level gear. So do I want to put the effort into getting both sets of these? So then I have I would have 2 complete sets of level 32 gear. Iron Banner and the Crota ones.
Stuff.
It's like, and then no one really wears it like this. Like everyone always has a exotic as one of their pieces. So
Those exotics are awesome.
I'm not really sure. It's like, should I do it? Should I not? It's gonna take a lot of effort. Because I found is like, wow, the game is different than I remember. I haven't played it in quite a while, and the first few games it was just. It felt very tactical. It's like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like, people have sort of slowed down and aren't running around like crazy. But everyone seems to be using Thorn. And I think it's because of the poison effect. So they'll, like, shoot you twice, and then they'll just hide.
Run. Yeah.
And you're just like, there's nothing I can do. Like, I'm going to die.
I pretty much just keep squatting up and down at that point. I'm like, well, I mean, there's no hope left, so I'll just die.
That's pretty annoying. It's like, wow, I just... constantly everyone is using Thorn.
It's I don't know how everybody's gotten it though, because like before it's like you would barely see it, but now it's like if everyone has it, then It's like
Yeah.
he must have just been giving out the bounty like candy. It's like, here,
Is
everyone,
that
have
the
a
one
whole.
where you have to like charge it with the void energy in the?
Yes, because you
Okay.
need because it's the summoning pits, then the other thing, and then the
You have to
void
like
thing,
kill Hive.
and then kill the other summoning pit wizard thing again, and all that jazz. It's quite a bit of
Actually, it's
work.
weird because both of my characters have that bounty right now.
Do they?
Yeah, I don't
I think
have to.
I have two thorns because of it. Because I was like, I might as well. And it's like, but then it was just like at the same time, it's like, well, what was the point of this? Because I have too many exotics now,
Mm.
so I can't use any of them. Because I think I have like 4 mythicals at this point, and I was like, oh, this, I don't even have characters to use some of these
Oh, it's
weapons.
fun. Yeah, I took out like I think it was like 4 Hawk Moons out of the postal guy because I just had full primaries. I was like, did some stuff. So, all right, now I can take them. So this icon won't keep popping up. I just ooh, that looks really cool. 4 Hawk Moons. Anyway, yeah. So we'll see. I'm actually pretty excited for House of Wolves from
There
what
you
I've
are.
seen. So
You stop your lies.
the Iron Banner stuff's like, oh, this is gonna be really neat, and then later everyone's gonna be wearing different stuff, so that's gonna be really cool too.
She should have did
Excited
from
to see
the
it.
beginning.
They should have. Like the game, I think is gonna be much better, a much better game.
See, the problem with
once
that
House of
Tropical
Wolves
is
comes
that
out.
I've been playing it. Well, I haven't been playing it the last 20 plus days, but when it initially came out, and I
Yeah, see, that's
did
the
not stop
thing.
playing for the 6 straight months, if they could have, kept fixing things and, not putting them with here's this update that'll come with this expansion, but it's like, dude, I'm not playing right now, so my happiness level has been deflated in this time of why'd I play this game for so long? I don't even play it anymore. No, I just regret it. It's terrible.
Although I
Should
guess like one of the
should
good
have
things is
played
coming is like
less initially.
probably
That's not how
don't
Tekken works, Chapter Cole. The crack out proofness of games must be tested, and Destiny did not pass the test. So not that any ever have, but I'm just saying, if one did, then we would all know, and I'd be like, this is the one. I found it and stuff, and I'd cry from the heavens. But until
there could
then,
only be one, and
there,
then you
there
just cut its
can't. Well,
head
there could
off.
be maybe two, but I wouldn't. What are you doing? No, I wouldn't cut it.
Oh, is that not what we're doing? Oh,
That's not
sorry.
what we're doing.
Ah, just kidding. Just kidding, everybody. I don't know. I mean, at least you don't need like the expansion to do like some of the stuff, like the ascending and all that stuff. It's just gonna
Yeah,
be harder to
that's
get
true.
the materials you need.
Well, like, so they're doing things, right now there's a daily PvP thing, and you get bonus XP, is basically what it says. And so for PvP, once the expansion drops, there's going to be, like, rewards that come with it, too. So it's not just like, oh, you got a little more XP because you played this one game mode that we decided is the game mode of the day. So they're going to give more stuff like that, and then there's going to be more drops when you're playing PvP. Like right now,
I don't think there
What?
should
I
be,
did get-
honestly.
Why not?
I think drops should be earned playing the PvE mode of the game, not just
you
like
don't think PvP
You have to
requires
earn-
two words, Shop Nicole, not worthy. Okay.
Wow.
I have done my time in effing nightfalls, effing raids, effing strikes, effing bounties, effing daily, effing patrol of public events. F that crap. Like, you can't just walk into deathmatch, control, skirmish, I'm just gonna run around and shoot people. Her.
Well, I mean, that's what
look at
you're
these drops
doing
I'm
in
getting.
all those other things you named. So, I mean, you're going around and shooting stuff in there. It's just like not another player.
I have no respect for Crucible players, so it's whatever, dude. Whatever. F them. I sat around and played a game mode that's in the game of other games in the genre I could just go and play, but it's Destiny, so shower me with loot, loot drops, whatever. I'm
Wow.
so close to being over this game. I'm so close to just like be like F Destiny, F this game. I don't know why I wasted my effing time for the last effing
I don't know.
6 months of my
It
effing
sounds
life
like
playing
you.
this
It
effing
sounds like you
game.
love it from what you're saying right
you know,
Well,
it's like
it's your favorite
I
game
put so
ever.
much time in, and like I feel like it was all not worth it. And I was like, it's like, yeah,
It's
no,
like that line.
only at the end, when I'm lying in my deathbed, and I'm like, whatever Leonardo DiCaprio says in Inception, I can't remember now. But it's like, man with regrets, and I fade away
He didn't
because
fade
I
away.
regret it.
I think you're thinking of a different movie.
That's Star Wars.
That's not what happened at the end of that movie at all.
Well, there's a scene. Okay, maybe I remember it wrong. Okay, maybe it's not Leonardo DiCaprio. The Asian dude's all like, no, regrets,
You're
yeah,
not
yeah,
Asian.
and then he'd
We're
like,
not-
yeah, or something, whatever.
Wow.
I'll have to rewatch it.
So
Yeah.
did you just like mix in like 6 different movies into your one? Because that's what it sounds like.
Hey, I haven't seen the movie in a long time. Okay, I just remember they said something about you, like, old man with regrets, something, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm. That wasn't the end of
It
the
happened, dude. It happened.
Anyway, well, so speaking of games that should have been a different way when they launched, Drive Club I've been playing,
Why?
which is it is way better than it was when it came out, but it's also super hard. Like there's this race that I've been racing, trying to beat for I think 4 months or something.
Oh my.
It's a time or like, so you get stars per race. There's 3 different objectives essentially for every race. And usually there'll be simple things like, oh, place in the top 3. Beat this challenge here where you have to, like drive a better line than whatever the official line is, or get a lap time of below a certain amount of time. So what I've been trying to beat is called Best of British. There's only 2 cars you can choose. It's a Bentley and I think it's a Lotus Elise or something like that. And it's you have to get a lap time or a total race time of 2:51 or below. And the closest I've ever gotten is 2:52 something. And before, like, that only happened once. Before that, all of my lap times are around 2:57, 2:59. And, like, the game has sort of rubber band AI. So,
Oh, no.
like, when you're like, if you're not doing as well, then the cars in front of you aren't doing quite as well either. And so, like, those few times it was always like, not even the winner of this race got anywhere near 2:51. How am I supposed to get 2:51? And I look at my friends list and it's like, no one has below 2:51. They're all like, even I have Evolution Studios on my friends list. They're at like 2:53.
Like the actual developer.
It was just like, how are you supposed to do this? And I've just been trying over and over and over and over and over again for, I have no idea how many hundreds of miles I've driven on this one track, and I just can't get it. It's like, I'm stuck. So I tried, like, that one's a pretty early on race. I've just been going back to get stars that I missed, because where I am, like, up to the point where I have 0 out of 3 stars, those races, those are just super hard. Like, the cars are extremely fast, and you wipe out once and you're just kind of done, and like you can never get any of the stars. I'm like, so I'm stuck on all those. Even the expansion ones that they released, those are really difficult too. They start really difficult. The main tour that came with the base game, they start sort of, it's sort of simple. And I guess for the expansion packs, they assume, you've beat all of those, so we're just going to start at the highest difficulty and then go from there. It's like, nope. So I can't get any of those stars. This time I booted it up, though. They added something called, it's the Start Line Tour. And I really think they just added it as sort of a showcase, because like weather and replays and things like that, those weren't part of the initial release. And now that they're in there, I guess they decided, hey, let's show off. So the first race in that one, you start and it's daytime, and then it gradually goes to nighttime, and it gradually goes from like light drizzle to blizzard.
Oh,
and it looks really impressive, and it's not that hard. And so I was like, oh, I was able to get the stars in that one. But they don't count towards your total star count. It's like, oh, so these are just for showing off the games. Like, dang it. So yeah, I can't make any progress in Drive Club because it's too difficult for me. Oh yeah, like Destiny 2, like just reminds, because I haven't played PvP in a while, and playing it now, I was like, oh wow, it's really hard again. I was like, oh no, I have no skills in anything again. So Destiny is tough. Drive Club is really hard. Oh, Bloodborne. I can't beat the first boss.
well then.
I beat one boss, and it wasn't even a real boss. It was an optional boss. I was like, oh, great. So I found the other boss, and I can, like, he transforms midway through, I guess.
He does.
So I can beat the first part just fine, and then you know how people describe these games, right? They're like, oh, they're really fair. Like, they're hard, but they're fair. So when you die, you know why. I do not get that at all from the second part of this boss fight. I'll just be like, okay, he's transforming, so I'll back off. And then there'll be like a big cloud of smoke. And well, later I realized he's like jumping in the air. But the first few times it's just like big cloud of smoke, and suddenly I'm dead. It's like, what happened?
Yes, his pouncing attack is fun, except when it's not.
And so, like, the first time I was very thrifty with my. Does thrifty mean wasteful? I was very wasteful with my potions.
Thrifty is the opposite of
okay, unthrifty.
Gotta get you a thesaurus.
And so that's how I beat the first boss. This one is like, so now I don't have all those resources, and it's just like, okay, I guess I'm gonna ring this bell to see if someone will help me. So I rang the bell, and I was waiting around. I was like, does it tell me when someone joins, or like, how's this gonna work here? And RPG mentioned something about if I didn't kill all the enemies on the way or something, like they could spawn and then just get killed instantly or something like that. I was like,
yeah. Hilarious.
So I was like, well, I have no idea what's gonna happen. So I just rang the bell and waited at the shroud, the fog, and then eventually someone showed up. It's like, oh, cool, maybe we're gonna win. And I went in. The other guy went in, and do the boss monsters like scale? Like, does the health increase when there's another one there?
Nope.
It took a long time. Like,
Well, you're both low level, because remember, whoever you summon is going to be around the same level as you. So, if he sucks too, then you guys are both just together.
You know, I can beat the human part pretty easily, and it's like pretty quick. But then this time, like, I was doing the same thing, but it was taking way longer.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah,
because I've helped people before, and just like we've murdered him violently.
That did not happen in my case. So we got him to transform. I was like, oh, cool. So now I'm just going to back away because
well,
I don't know what to do here. And
what you could do, well, I mean, the whole point of the first boss is like it's kind of a test of your ability to master the whole counterattack system.
Right.
Because he has like a lot of tells, but well, I mean, the wolf one is a lot faster, but if worst comes to worst, like the beasts in the game are weak against serrated weapons and fire. So if I don't know what weapon you're using, but if you could find like one of the saw blades or something and like get a bunch of Molotovs, that might help you.
Yeah. Well, I tried throwing the Molotov because there was a note that said fire is effective, and I was like, okay, well, I don't need it on the person part, but when he turns into wolf, then like there was another part where you got oil bottle or something.
Yeah.
And like I threw it at one of those big guys with the brick. And
it makes it super effective.
Yeah, I threw the fire and I was like, whoa, he just died.
Like
So I tried to do that with the other guy, and it didn't really do anything. It was like, that was weird.
Good job.
Boy, like he burst into flame.
Well, they
Unless I
always
missed
burst
with
into
the
flames if
oil.
you hit them. I was about to say you might have missed the oil. So,
Oh, maybe.
but I mean, yeah, it's kind of a test in your counterattacking ability. Although, I mean, did you get the music box from the little girl?
No.
Ah, well, that probably would have helped because I
A
think
little girl. What music
there's
box?
right. She's because if you're like, I'm assuming you would have had to come past her because she's like at one of the shortcuts, so you wouldn't have missed her. It's like one of the windows is like lit or something, and you can talk to her, and she's all like, "Oh no, my mommy's gone," and "Oh no, my daddy's gone." And it's like, "Oh, that sucks for you." But then you can tell her you'll go find her mom, and she'll give you like a music box, and
Hmm.
then it like whenever you use it on him, he gets like groggy for a few seconds, so you can like attack him. Although, if you use it too many times on his human part, he'll transform earlier, and then that would end
Hmm.
terribly for you. But it still works on his wolf form too, if you're able to use it before he closes in and rips you to shreds. So, because I've seen people I've helped like use it before, and I didn't realize you could actually use it on his wolf form
It's
before.
on
Because I
one of
mean, I
the
was just
shortcuts?
yeah, like I don't know how you would have
It's
missed unless you
weird.
just didn't get to that. You might have just missed that shortcut. There's that
Yeah,
too.
maybe. Well, like, so. Yeah, I was actually feeling pretty good because I was like going through it and I went down into the sewer area after I fell down and like fought the rats.
Hmm.
And this time I found a ladder. It's like, oh, that's probably way safer than falling down. And I went all the way down
Really
into the
is.
sewer part and like I couldn't figure out how to get back up. So I guess
They're
like when you're
ladders.
in the water there, is there a ladder that goes back up to
Oh, you mean
where
like
like
once you
all the
get to where
corpses fell?
the like crawling guys are?
Yeah.
There is not. You
Okay.
kind of have to go through and open up a different shortcut from there.
Yeah. So I think I was
But
going
there's like
through
two
all the
different
crawling
shortcuts.
guys. And then I got to the bridge where that flaming boulder comes, and I
Hmm.
found the elevator that goes back up to basically where the checkpoint is. And there's
Hmm.
like the two brick guys.
Yeah, she's back the other way
She is back.
because there's a second shortcut that you missed. Is what is based on what you're telling me. You missed her shortcut. So yeah,
Ah.
that's what happened.
My shortcut is so good. It's so close.
But that one's even better. But yeah, if you had the music box, I would help. But yeah, it's a good chance that whoever you summoned sucked too. So yeah, that kind
Hmm.
of worked out in your favor. I mean, I
Yeah,
would help
because like
you,
I
but
started pulling back and like kind of dodging.
mhm.
And it's like because I didn't know for certain, but I'm assuming that I who summoned the help, if I die, then this is just over, right?
It is, yes.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna back up a bit, and then the other guy backed up too. And I was like, what's going on? And then suddenly I saw the cloud of smoke, and then I died. And I was
Ah,
like, I was full health, full health.
yeah. What level are you?
I have no idea. I'm just like
Because I was like, I could totally make a
every
new
time I
character
go
and
in,
just help you beat it, and then delete that character. And make that
every
work.
time I go in, it's just like, okay, I run down the shortcut, I get to the boss, and I try to fight the boss. And I've done that like 7 or 8 times now, and I've like dwindled down all of my bullets and my blood vials, and it's like I have nothing now. It's like, I'm just gonna ring the bell and let someone else do it. I rang the bell. I was like, ah, that did. It was not as helpful as I thought.
And most people are probably well past that part by now. So it's like you've waited too long, Tropical. You've waited too long. Yeah, that is unfortunate
So
because
is like theoretically, you probably haven't seen it, but theoretically, you can run out of insight before you can get the right help to beat a boss, right?
well, you only the bell stays active once
Oh,
you
really?
ring it once. So yeah, as long as someone is like near you, it'll still
Hmm.
summon them. So you don't have to keep ringing the bell.
Oh, when
It'll
does
stay
it?
active until you die.
Oh, well, yeah. So like, if I ring it every time after I die,
Mhm. Oh
like
well, yeah,
after six
you will
times, then
probably
I
run
would
out
have
of
no more, right?
insight. Yeah, eventually.
So you can get stuck in this game.
Well, no, because you could just beat the boss. But you, so you wouldn't technically be stuck. You just wouldn't have anybody. You can
You would
summon
just be
anyone.
on your last leg and out of options, and like just got to do it myself.
He is kind of a wake up call. So He is unusually difficult for that early in the game.
Great.
So, yeah, wish I could help you, but I'm way too high level to do that. So,
Well, it sucks. Like the first time you play it, the camera is like all in a good position and stuff, and you can see what goes on. But then after that, if you push through the fog, like the camera pulls up really close behind your head, and then for the first moments of the fight, you can't see anything but the back of your guy's head.
well, you should already be in the process of running towards the stairs anyway, so you should be okay. And then you can lock onto him when you can see him.
Run towards the stairs?
Do you not see the big staircase that's in the graveyard there?
Yeah, but I assume boss fight, so I can't go anywhere until that's done.
This is why you die so much. You
Wait,
don't
what?
use everything to your advantage. What you do, you can because he's gonna follow you everywhere you go anyway. So you can if you just run around the whole arena and keep running up the stairs and stuff, you could just trick him into following you. And then when he tries to attack you, you shoot him, and then you counter attack and you kill him. I don't know how you.
Why does running up the stairs like help?
Because
that?
he stops attacking to chase you, and that gives you the opportunity to get your bearings and prepare yourself for the next attack.
But isn't that sort of the same as just using like the tombstones and the trees as cover?
No, because he can break through those. So that
You can
would
break
not
the
help.
trees?
He can swipe through them. It'll still hit you. So it's pointless to use it. So it's just you could just, and it's easier to see him do that pounce attack too when you're not surrounded by tombstones and trees. So you can prepare yourself a bit better.
All right then. RPG's telling the game that I have not been playing.
Tropical at every turn. At every turn.
So hard. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no skills. Like Rogue Legacy is something else I've been playing, and it's just like I think I'm just supposed to grind and grind and grind and grind until I have enough gold to buy enough levels so that I'm powerful enough to go to these super difficult areas and not get killed instantly.
Just power through them.
So that's what I'm doing in that one. What am I stuck in? I'm stuck in like Geometry Wars 3. I'm also stuck on it's a pacifism level where you can't shoot anything. You're just supposed to detonate these bombs to kill them all, and the point value you have to get to is really high. It's like, never mind. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. Sort of. I've been stuck in everything.
Oh, I'm disappointed. At every turn. Tropical. At every turn.
Have you played or do you own Human Revolution Tropical?
Yes.
You played it or you haven't?
Probably not. I remember the hostage situation from the first part.
I was gonna say we could do another aimless plays through, like we did Mass Effect, and we just revisit or revisit. Is it aimless revisits Mass Effect? Now we're revisiting.
Well, it'll be you
Human Revolution.
revisiting it because I haven't beat it the first time yet. So
Wait, RPG, did you beat Mass Effect 3?
no,
Oh.
that will require me to play it. So no.
Yeah, I guess I could dig up Human Revolution and shoot my way
Do you
through
play?
that.
I was about to say, do you play stealthily or do you not?
I would play stealthily, but I feel like shooting my way through is going to be faster.
It will be. Trust me.
So I might do that.
But half the fun is failing at stealth
I used
and
to
then
be,
having
like,
to murder everyone.
I was really into stealth stuff, and then at some point, I don't know, I guess there just haven't been that many, or they're really different now. Like in Metal Gear Solid 2, stealth was sort of your only option. You couldn't really shoot your way through, but like Metal Gear Solid 4, you kind of can shoot your way through a lot of parts.
I can attest to that one.
Yeah, so it's just like, stealth has kind of changed, and then
Splinter
like
Cell,
Batman,
Conviction,
went back to
and
it.
Blacklist, you can also shoot through.
Yeah. So like Batman is the only stealth game now where I feel like you can't really shoot your way through. And plus it's way cooler not to do that.
Well, you don't get guns either, so.
I was just about to say he doesn't have any guns, so
Just run around in Batarang and like pounce everyone.
or you can just beat the crap out of everybody when you walk into the room because it's too much work to stealth. too much work to stealth. It's like even as Batman, I'm terrible at
The
stealth.
stealth is just so cool, and like they give you so many options. That's why it's really fun.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I can like the one I like doing the most is using the bat claw and like pulling guys over ledges and stuff. I always aim for that one, but it's pretty hard.
I just like doing the one where he like drops down and like hangs them up after
Mm.
he's grabbed them, because that's the only one I can actually do. Otherwise, I keep accidentally like glide kicking off the stupid something. And I'm just like, no, that's not what I wanted you to do. So, yeah, classic Batman.
I wish more of them were like quiet though. You don't have. Anyway, Arkham Knight's coming out. Maybe it'll be different.
It won't be.
Yeah, like that's stealth games are different now, and you don't necessarily have to do that.
Well, they have to give other people like me options, because otherwise we'd just not be able to play them.
That's kind of like weird though. It's like the way they made stealth games more approachable was to make them less. Well, I guess didn't make them less stealthy. Just like your other stuff you could do in the
Yeah.
situation was
It's like
more
it
viable.
requires different skill. Like before, it was just patience.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, okay, you figure it out. Okay, I think I
That's how
figured it out.
I
and then
play
you
all
sort of
stealth games. I'm just like, if I just wait
sneak through
here,
them.
my solution will arise and I can sneak on through.
Yeah.
If I just wait it
Think
out.
that. But nope, that's how you get caught. Although I did pretty well in Metal Gear Solid 3, though. So, I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know what happened in 4. That just went
Oh,
to
man.
hell.
The marking system in Splinter Cell. That was the coolest thing. So then you didn't feel like you wanted to stealth quite as much.
Oh yeah. It's like, oh, look at this. I can kill you all in one shot.
They're all dead. That was awesome.
But then it was like cool because like you built that up after getting stealth takedowns.
Yep.
So it's like your incentive of like, oh, you want to kill all these dudes in one go? Okay. But first you gotta knock them out and not have them see you. Did you want to go next RPG and what you've been playing?
I guess. What have I been playing? Well, there's like an event going on in Record Keeper to recruit Terra. So I'm actually trying to get through there now. I know. I went on like a whole spree because I just downloaded a bunch of them and I was like, this is great. And I can never talk about this on the podcast because Tekken would have a hissy fit. So
I wouldn't have a
get,
hissy fit. I would just be like, well, I'm glad I'm not you. Playing
Did
in
you
the,
get a
in the
Terra
trash
battle?
field landfill of landfill games. Continue.
So yeah, I downloaded Terra Battle and some Marvel game and also Scrolls and there was some other game and then there was Yu-Gi-Oh! Generations and then there's Record Keeper. There was a lot of them.
I think
I-
someone might need to go see some therapists or something. This
Right?
is sounding alarming RPG.
I don't know why. I was like, you know what? Why not?
Either.
And I did, and I was like, I shouldn't be doing this, but I did, and I felt dirty inside because I was like, now I'm just like Tropical. I'm the worst. I am the worst. So, yeah, I felt dirty. So yeah, that happened. But yeah, there's like an event going on to get Terra in Record Keeper, so I'm actually like halfway through that one, and the event's going on until like May this time, so I might not miss it like I did with Cecil or whatever the hell his name is, that guy. So yay stuff. But yeah, I was just playing a bunch of other of those things to just pass the time and junk, and I don't know why. I have a problem.
Alternative games.
I need an intervention. There's that. But yeah, I beat Type 0. Well, I beat Type 0 for the first time anyway. The past week or whatever. And yeah, yeah. It did not have a happy ending, is what it did not have. And I was like, I don't know. I think somebody needs a hug because whoever is developing these games are just like, don't know what's going on. Just that guy just needs a hug. Just like, come here, just bring it in, just bring it in. But yeah, so now I'm all worried about 15 because the same guy's directing it. So I'm like, oh, you might do the same thing again and make everything all sad and stuff. And then it's like, oh, this guy, oh no, no. But apparently, well, based on because like after you beat the game, I don't know if you have to like if there's like certain conditions that unlock it or not, but there are like a couple of like movies that unlock after you've already beaten the game, and they're in like the theater mode thing. So if you go to them, you can go see them, and it implies that the ending that you get isn't like the ideal one. So you kind of have to play through the game again to, I guess, get the good ending or something, but I'm not sure. And then there's just like another movie that I don't actually know what the connection is. It's just like there to look pretty, I guess, because I was like, oh, okay, this is nice, I guess, but I don't know what it is, so it's weird. But
Does it at least tell you how to get the other ending? Or does it just
it does
say,
not.
oh,
So
well,
I'm just yeah, just gonna
that's
play through and
fine.
hope for the best kind of thing. Because because like I don't know. They just because it's kind of hard to say without spoiling stuff, obviously. But it's like it's heavily implied that that was not supposed to be how things went down, kind of thing. So it's like, okay, maybe we can change things. But I started the second playthrough, and on the second playthrough, it seems like the missions you can get alternate missions for the main missions. So it's possible that maybe just beating the game after doing all the alternate missions does it, because like when you go to, well, I think it actually starts in chapter 3 is when they actually start giving you the alternative ones. But like when you go to the place where you're supposed to do like a normal mission, like the this select screen, or the screen will come up and have you make the choice on whether you want to do one thing or do the other, kind of thing, and it's all dramatic for some weird reason, kind of like how they did the final choice thing in the last chapter. I'm like, this seems unnecessary. But you just choose the other route, and then you get like alternate scenes and stuff. So it's possible that beating the game with the alternate missions is what will do it, hopefully. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll still get the sad ending again and just be like, ah, I give up. So I don't know. But this time around, since my characters are all higher level, I was able to actually start doing some of the expert trials and stuff too. So I was able to see those at least and get to do like different missions and stuff because they're actually high enough level to do it this time around instead of being all under leveled and not being able to. So I guess we shall see how that goes. And that's pretty much all I've been playing.
All right, so I've been playing. I guess I'll start with the handhelds this week. So, still playing the rhythm, and I finally got all my characters to level 99. So yay! I have. It's weird. It's like they give. I didn't read the description clearly enough the first time around, but when I was looking at the thing where you can reset your characters back to level 1, or I guess I didn't read the description actually in game. I just saw you could do that, and I was like, Psh, I'm not doing that. But then after I saw it this time, and I read the description, it was like it gives you 10 more CP or something, whatever. It's like it's the currency that you have to like equip more abilities. And I think it stops, it caps at, I think it said, I don't remember actually, but you can keep resetting your character over to level 1, and then you keep getting 10 more of those points, ability points. I'll just call them. They're not ability points, but whatever. To have like more abilities equipped, and it caps off at like a certain number, so you can just keep leveling up your characters and resetting them to basically make them more powerful because you can have more abilities, which makes them more awesome. And so, had I seen that before, I probably would have already done that. And now I have all my characters at level 99. I'm like,
And that's too late.
oh, I don't know if I want to do this. This took quite a many months to do, and I think I'm just going to put the game down and walk away. I've got all the songs. I've cleared them all. I mean, I didn't have all the trophies in the last game either, so it's like whatever. I mean, I only have 4 out of 5 stars, so it's kind of bugging me because I want to get that 5th star. But it's like, dude, whatever. At this point, it's like, we've seen and done it all. Though one of the things I was looking at in the gallery where it like shows you all your achievements and trophies and crap. It's like some of the stuff. It's like there. It's like the description's there, but like if you don't have it, it's like you don't get the star. So it's like one of them says like you've beaten all the enemies or something, and then the other one says like you've beaten a certain type of medley that shows up for song or something. But I was like, I thought I did all the songs and I beat all the enemies, so I'm super confused. I'm just gonna look it up on GameFAQs because I'm like, F this crap. I'm not gonna grind this out and like try to figure it out myself. So I will be doing that.
That's half the fun.
Maybe for you, but not for me. After I played this game for like over 100 hours too, because like I just got the thing where it's like you've been playing for over 100 hours or more. I was like, yeah, time to just take it the easy route and see what all nuggets are left to dig out of this delicious nugget thing to eat them. And
Wow,
There are nuggets in nuggets?
I was trying to make a analogy.
there is. He's just really bad at it.
Or dig out all the fun and consume it. So yeah.
Like a fun vampire.
Ooh yeah, I'll suck it out with my fangs and their neck and be like delicious. I suck
Just
it
like
out,
that.
fun. Yes.
Inappropriate.
So besides that, oh man, Mercenary Kings, it got good. It got really good. It's crazy. There's like, okay, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say because I don't ruin it. But dude, stuff goes down, and it's like, holy crap! I wasn't expecting that, and it's like, whoa! And then like, it gets all senpai of like these three, not Power Rangers, but like weird type of enemies of like red, green, and blue. It's like, what the F? And they're all like super weird poses, and they teleport out. It's like, oh, crazy. I was like, wow, that was cool. And like the game just went like a completely different direction with the story. That was like super out of there, like off the effing wall. Like I did not expect that. That was cool. This game, I gotta say, I just like keep enjoying it more and more. I'm glad I didn't rage quit because I was close. And yeah, I'm sure I'd be enjoying it even more if I was not playing it in the AM after I got home from work. But whatever, it must be done to clear the backlog. So I have like 3 ranks left, I think, after Lieutenant Colonel, or only 2 left, I think. I have something and General, and then that's it. So you just got a few more story missions, but they take a while, so, you know. Yeah, so, you know, see what happens when I get to the end and how it ends, but then I still got to go back and clear. Well, I don't have to, but it's like I think I'm going to go back and clear all the missions. But there's still a ton of stuff to do, because like, there's still like a ton of guns I haven't unlocked, or not unlocked, but like made, because you can craft stuff, and just, the depth in the game is just so amazing when you get to the end, because like the previous mods that you had to use on your character, they all had like they basically buff you, but then at the same time they have a negative impact on you. I forgot what it's called. So it's like you have this one where enemies drop loot every time you kill them, but they barely ever drop the rare stuff. So all the recent ones I've been getting, though, when I just got this next rank, is that they don't have any negative impacts. It's all just, you know, you can shoot a ton of bullets, or you have a ton more ammo, or you can move really fast, but they don't decrease your stats or have any negative impact on you. So it's like, oh, these are the ones you're going to get. That being said, though, it's like since I just got to that part in the game of where enemies will be dropping this stuff, I don't have the items to craft it, so it's like, do I want to grind it out to get these, or just keep going? So I'm just going to keep going, because it's like, whatever, I got my set of skills and abilities and guns, so I'm good, even though the guns I have now aren't really doing the damage, so I need to make new ones, but all the new ones are like, it's so weird with the guns in the game, because it's like there's always like a balance there of like, well, it's more powerful, but it doesn't shoot very fast, or it reloads real slow, or it's really heavy, and I just found out that if you don't have a gun equipped, you're very fast. So I got to this platforming part where it was very embarrassing. I even have it on stream, but like I had no more whatchamacallits, what are those things called? The
I don't know.
I think it's adrenaline shots. Yeah, adrenaline shots, which revive you after you lose all your health. So I was out of those. I was out of rations and first aids. I couldn't heal myself. But I had the mod on that has regenerating health, so I was just sitting there like waiting for it to go back up, and I kept making this jump and misses. And I was like, dang it, why am I missing this jump? I just made it. And I had just made it, and I was like, dude, what's going on? Like, I need to just go to sleep. And so I finally like unequipped my gun, and then or like I think either previously or later on, I was like, oh dude, this is like, when I unequip my gun, all the weight that I have from carrying my machine gun goes away, and I can do this so much better. It's like, oh, my mind was blown. Well, it wasn't blown. I was like, oh, dude, I wish I'd known about that sooner, until like towards the end of the game. Whatever. So knowing that, I've basically, added another layer of my skill in this game of where I can just like, stuff's going down and I switch guns. I don't even have a gun on. And it's like, let me maneuver around this stuff real fast and start shooting it. It's just another feather in the cap. And then more crazy bosses, and it's just I love this game. I can finally say I love this game because
Do you love
it's
it?
so good. It almost made me rage quit. It drove me to that point, but I guess that was like an exterior factor situation where it was like it wasn't the game's fault. It was like other stuff, personal problem, whatever. And yeah, Mercenary Kings is legit, and you should check it out. And
Too legit to quit.
shoot 'em. It is too legit to quit because I could not rage quit.
Hello,
So-
lawsuit.
So yeah, crazy awesome boss fights, cool story, weird characters. Though I think some of the female or the ladies in the game, women characters, would fail the Sarkeesian test, but who cares? The game's awesome, so I have it.
How would they fail the test? And why
They-
is it called her? Why is it called her
They-
test by her last name thingy?
Because I'm
I
just
don't know how to
saying,
pronounce her
I'm
last
just
name.
saying, I could totally see her pulling from this game some of those characters and being like, well, this trope this character fits in, and this game is terrible, and you should not play it. I'm Randy Sarkeesian.
I don't think she's ever said a game is terrible. She just points out that certain tropes are like not good to be relied on all the time.
But it was the
women.
it's like I guess it would be the non-functional armor of a person in a war zone thing going on because it's like there's some cleavage going on.
Well, that's a legitimate.
Or the fabric or the fabric of which this character has cleavage is not battlefield ready.
Because it's like if you're in the middle of a war zone and your bulletproof vest isn't going to cover any. If it's not covering anything that's vital.
So there's like these Amazons and all they have is like spears and some of them ride on guinea pigs or not guinea pigs. They're like the big versions that you find in like New Guinea guinea pigs. I forgot what they're called.
Wow.
Whatever they're called. Maybe they're called guineas. Whatever. Those things.
Capybara.
Capybaras.
Guineas. This guy.
I didn't know. I saw it. I saw it in the stream. I was like, what are those things called? I was like, I kept trying to think. I was like, what are these things called? I know they're not guinea pigs. They're like the big guinea pigs. But it's like I don't know. I'm not a zoologist. Whatever.
It's like
Maybe they're called guineas because guinea pigs is like half the. They're not pigs. So yeah.
Wow.
Anyway,
Wow.
they're still quadrupedal thingies, and like they're not pigs because they don't taste like bacon. I don't know. Whatever.
Wow, that is okay.
Or because they don't eat stuff like pigs do. What? Anyway.
Just
Or
stop
they don't
doing
have
what you're
snouts and stuff.
Just stop
Pigs
doing
have
what you're
snouts.
doing.
But yeah.
Just
Just
stop doing what you're doing.
So yeah, that was that with that game. And Mercenary Kings, yeah, it's soundtrack too is like dude, effing amazing. Like I'm going to go play that Scott Pilgrim game because every stage there's like two main themes for every stage, and it's like some of them are just the jam of like, oh dude, I hear it. I was like, yeah, just get into it. It's like, oh, it's so good. Just like, I feel it, and it's just like, oh, this game, I think that's like one of the secret sauces of a good game is like you have to have an amazing soundtrack, and this game is like blowing it away on every front because it's like some stages it's like, oh, okay, that's all right, but then you hear the second theme of the stage, it's like, oh yeah, it's just so good. It's like
It's funny that you mentioned that, because like I've never been like I've never like really paid attention to like a lot of music in a lot of games. So it's like whenever you guys are like mentioning like soundtracks and stuff, I'm always like, I never really think about that because it's like in some games, yeah, I'll notice like the battle music at best, but usually like during when I'm playing, I'm just like I'm either just like not paying attention to the music that's going on, but I'm just like I usually never like notice the soundtrack until like either like it's an opening theme or like an ending thing kind of thing, and then that's usually like the only time I actually notice stuff, and I'm like, they're always talking about soundtracks, and I'm like never paying attention to the ones I'm playing.
That's too bad. That's too bad.
I know, or maybe it's just like it's so good that I just don't even, because I will notice it if the music is like out of place for something, and I'm like, this does not seem right. But yeah, I think maybe it's just like the soundtrack just fits so well that I don't like really like full on pay attention. I'm just like, yeah, this seems right. But it's like if it's out of place, then I definitely will know. Like this isn't right. Something's wrong here. So maybe that's it.
But yeah, it's cool because there's like it's been chiptune the whole time. Like it's been mostly the metal, but then like there's this like, it was like this house one. It was okay. I don't like house music, so I was like whatever. And then there's like this cool like Caribbean slash that area of the world, like
Wow.
rhythmy stuff is cool. All like yeah, and I was like, yeah.
Just like that.
Well, it wasn't just like that. I'm sure it's not like that, but you get my drift.
I don't.
Some steel drums going on. Some I don't know what other instruments they use down there and stuff. It was great. I was like, yeah. But besides that, today I played something I played today. Yes, before the podcast, some Gran Turismo 6 because GT Academy 2015 has started, and last year they did this thing where if you played it, you would get a car for free later on. So I'm hoping they do the same thing even though they didn't say it. So it's like, but we stealthily did it. So you people that did play it, here's your reward. Ha ha ha! Suck at everybody that didn't. Ha ha! So round one, I got my bronze. And yeah, I'm not going to be at the top of the leaderboards going to be a professional driver in this game, but whatever.
Obviously.
I mean, maybe if I put my time and mind to it, but I'm not going to. So it could happen in an alternate dimension, but not this one. So yeah.
Alternate dimensions.
What else did I play? Speaking of amazing soundtracks, I think it's the only other game I played actually because it's.
Well, you actually weren't speaking of amazing soundtracks anymore, so that's a terrible segue.
We're back on to amazing soundtracks. I guess. Okay, so I did play more Deus Ex, but before I talk about Deus Ex, because it is almost May the 4th, I've been doing my yearly since last year thing of playing a Star Wars game, but it's a secret. So you get to find out what it was on next week's podcast when I talk about it, because it'll be.
Wait, since when was that a yearly thing? But were you always doing that?
No, I just started last year though when I played a bunch of games and I uploaded them all at the same time. I was like, all right, Deus, let's do it. And it's like I played a bunch of the Rogue Squadron and whatever. It went over pretty well. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Well, I would have probably been better prepared, but as I've been like doing it very last second this time, I was like, well, I kind of play. I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna play to not give it away what I didn't play, but I was like, I don't have enough time, and I was like, well, I want to play that, and I saw it's like there's this actually this bundle on PSN this week where it was like a bunch of Star Wars games, and one of them I had not played, and I kind of wanted to buy that just to play that, but then I was like, that breaks my will of buying digital games that are PS2 games because, yeah, I kind of like haven't bought any yet. Tried to call, shush. So that was one of them. Oh, I didn't play that one though because I didn't buy that bundle. So thanks for reading Tried to Call. It's not Star Wars Bounty Hunter, but
yeah, way to go,
I almost bought it just because of that. I think that's overpriced. Like even on sale, it's like $35 or something. You get other games with it too, but I was like, F that. I just wanted to play effing Django Fett action. But you get to know what Tekken's secret game was this week, unless you happen to see my tweet and you know what the disk read error screen of the game is from, because I totally got like a disk read error when I was playing of like, oh, the disc is dirty, blah blah blah. But then it's funny because my Xbox is super dusty, and I was like, I don't know if this is a good idea, but I don't care because it's my Xbox. F it, and I just turned it on and it worked. So I was like,
is it the Duke?
Yep, it's the Duke I am playing on. I guess that might also. Well, it doesn't give it away, but there's some super hint. Because at first I was gonna play it and then stream it. I was like, well, I don't know if I'm any good at this, so I don't want to play a game and be terrible and like watch some people see and be failing left and right.
That could be entertaining though. And I just want to say, Tropical does it all the time.
You want to watch me fail one stage of Ollie Ollie for 3 hours? That's up there.
It's actually a lot more fun than you think. A lot more fun than you would think. Because that's why I watch gamer streams when he's like terrible at stuff. It's hilarious.
Wow. And then
I should speak in Chinese during my streams.
Yes. I would watch that.
Did you ever watch Game Center CX?
No.
It was just like it was a guy who played like retro games, and they would give him like a goal to accomplish, and then he would play through it. And I think like his segments were totally Japanese, so it was just like subtitled. But before that, like there is no official release, so no subtitles, and so you're watching, and even though you can't really understand what he's saying, probably, you can understand like the struggle. So he was like trying to beat Ninja Gaiden, on NES, and he'll just be there for like 2 days or something, and it's like it's a really good show. You should actually look it up. I think YouTube might have it. It's like Game Center CX, And yeah, just like the challenges that he plays, and like they're like really hard games, and he's not really super good at them.
Oh,
And just like you can share in the triumphs and defeats very easily, even though the language is completely foreign.
I miss Shinobi. That game was hard too, actually.
I wonder if he played that one. Maybe it was just, man, retro games are hard. But I will bring it back to Star Wars for you. Rebel Assault is now on Good Old Games.
Oh, actually, tried to quote. I almost bought that Steam pack that they had all the X Fighter games.
The full
and I was
one?
like,
The
dude.
X-Wing
I was
one?
like,
Yeah.
dude. I almost bought it, but I was like, dude, take it. Just wait for Steam sale. It'll be even cheaper. And
Yeah.
you know you're not gonna get to play these games anytime soon. And yeah, your stupid A wants to play these for your May the 4th, but you're probably sick of these, and you won't get through them in like a week's time. So simmer it down, dude. Go take a cold shower and get back to doing what you're doing, because
Oh, my.
we need to get out of here.
Out of all those, actually, I just want TIE Fighter. Like, TIE Fighter was really neat back in the day.
That's what I hear.
You never got to play as the Empire in anything else.
Aren't they the fun ones?
Well,
They
it's cool
seem
because, like,
pretty
when you're
nice.
playing as the Empire, it's like they're not like, haha, we're evil, let's go kill the good guys. It's just like, we're the good guys. You know, we represent law and order, and the rebels are all like
Well, like
not
I said,
orderly.
everyone is someone else's enemy. So everyone else is the bad
It's really
guy.
cool.
I saw, like, I think some of them have partial controller support, so I'm like, maybe I can play it without a joystick, because those don't exist anymore. So, or at least not expensive ones that probably do exist. So,
Actually, yeah, TIE Fighter I played entirely on keyboard. But yeah, Rebel Assault was like partially like live action movie scenes, right?
yeah,
Did you play that one back in the day?
I don't think I played it, but
Yeah, I think it was like live
that was
action.
the F&B
scenes and stuff.
era.
Yeah.
Sega CD.
Good old Sega CD.
But yeah, what I've been playing, back to the amazing soundtracks, Deus Ex Human Revolution, so good. Just like the ambient soundtracks, and then like when you're in the action sequences, or just like it's cool when it gets super dynamic of like stuff's about to happen, and the music changes, and it's like do 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 do. Okay, it's not like just like that, but you know, it's
Just like that.
it goes from being like ambient style, just hanging out in the environment, to like something's going down. Something's going down. Take it.
Sounds like the Mario song.
Are those the lyrics?
I should go back and make lyrics for those.
Something's going down. Something's going down.
That actually makes sense.
So I'm going down the pipe. But yeah, actually, it's weird what I did. I actually saw some new stuff this time. I don't think it's just in Director's Cut, but like, so when you go back to a certain area that you've been through already, not just spoil for RPG,
Spoilers.
and then I basically went through and systematically checked every apartment that is in that city, and then to see if I could get into them, and I got into all of them. And like,
Did you
there's
break into all of them?
well, that's kind of the only way when you're a hacker.
Because that's what I'm doing at the office. Breaking into everybody's office. Security check.
So I did that, and then there's like this one room that has like this weird like pod thing in it, and like this X-rays on the wall, and like the security cage, and I was like, what is going on here? And then like all the like documentation you find is like it doesn't explicitly tell you what they were doing. It's just like, oh man, someone's coming, we got to get out of here. So like you see like them trying to like throw some of their stash in the toilet. It's like half filled with the stuff in there, and it's like it's just like a mess. It's like, what the F were they doing in here? It's like super made me wondering like what was happening with this room.
Dun,
Yeah,
dun,
they kind of
dun.
imply that it might have been trafficking people, but yeah, don't explicitly say. So that was neat. I thought that too, 'cause like I saw it and I was like, oh, maybe it's a tie into the Greys from the conspiracy game, or
No.
the first Deus Ex. But I was like, nope, because it doesn't say anything about aliens. I think they might have also been harvesting augmentations, maybe too.
Why would they do that? Is there a black market for augmentations? Of course there is. Why wouldn't there be? But still, I had faith in humanity. I probably should.
So yeah, I'm basically going to start the last. Well, I guess not really like the last stretch of the game, because there's still like, okay, so there's that one stage I'm about to do, and then there's like the next stage after that, and then the final stage, and then the DLC stage that like I think triggers somewhere in there. So there's like 4 stages, maybe a 5th stage in there, but still it's like the last in, because I basically have like my powers are ubered up towards like, dude, I can take it on, bring it. So it's like, yep,
How long is this game anyway?
it's pretty long. I think it's like 30 hours maybe. It's at least
Oh,
20. 12 to 20.
That's
It's over,
kind
well,
of
it's over
long.
12, so it's like at least 20. But
That's so much work.
I will turn on my Steam to see how long I've been playing it. But I guess I could check my other one because I finished that one on there. But yeah, it's like got my stealth up, I got my batteries up, I got my punching through the wall and see through wall, so I can see threats coming from wherever, and I got my radar to where it can be like twice as long out, and I don't have to see stuff. So now I'm not even sure what I'm gonna upgrade once I get more practice kits. I might just put it into the stealth thingy to where you can mark and I almost said mark and execute, but you can do that in this game too, because they give you the it's cool. Like they totally like it's, I don't know if it's an homage or what, but like they totally have it to where you can like augment your dude, or I'm sorry, augment Jensen to have Metal Gear Solid style like radar if you get alerted, or to have the tracking enemies after you mark them, like Splinter Cell Conviction. So that was cool. And it's so funny because like I remember back in the day when I first played this game, I kept thinking it was by Ubisoft. I was like, this feels like an Ubisoft game. So,
Yeah,
but now I know because it's not Ubisoft. So
because it's good.
that's sad but true. But yeah, very looking forward to Mankind Divided once I'm finished with it, because I can see the end where I'm at now, and then after that I will move on to my next. It's funny because like I was supposed to be in my backlog games, like going through games I haven't played. I've clearly played this one, and I'm like, yeah, like Director's Cut has like different boss fights, but it's like I probably should have played something else. But after I play this, it's like, dude, I'm super pumped now for Mankind Divided again. So yes,
I couldn't read Game Informer this month because they have it as their cover story, and I was like, crap, I haven't finished the first game yet.
yeah, I watched the like one of the YouTube videos that they just put up. Don't watch it if you haven't, because it spoils the ending and it kind of gives too much into the story of the next one. So I was like, I kind of regret watching it, but then not, because it's like at least I have some actual concrete details, unlike another game I will not name, Arkham Knight, about what to look forward to and be happy and excited about. So yeah, but yeah, that's what I've been playing. Deus Ex Human Revolution never gets old. It totally is going on the top 10 list somewhere, probably like one tier under, or like one number. I guess it'll be number 7 because Batman's 6. So yeah. But it also made me think when I was playing this of like, I think the last gen of like PS3 360, it's like compared to the previous era, PS2, the Duke and GameCube, it's like I think there's like less classics / awesome games. Well, I wouldn't want to say awesome games, but just like less games that you would like consider classic, like the last gen versus the gen before it. So it's like playing this game, it's like, dude, this game is totally like classic. I go back and play it, it's just like it hits me of like, oh yeah, so good. Whereas like, very few games
like
of last generation I go back and play and I'm like, so good, just like this one.
It's possible that the last gen was just like a trial run for this generation. It's what
I keep
happened.
saying.
I agree
like-
with your tropical. I think last gen should just get a do-over and they should just remake everything and be like, okay guys,
Well,
it's not super
they're already
buggy and
halfway
terrible.
doing it.
Oh, but it's true. Sad face.
I mean, it's yeah. I feel like last gen was kind of like just a trial run, and now they're like, okay, we got this, guys. Now we can actually make a real console generation. So we might get like a lot of quote unquote classics this time around. So yeah, be excited, or don't.
Whereas this, yeah, it's
Either
like
way.
whereas like this gen, it's like I can't, like every time I just get super pumped up, I just keep getting super punched in the face and let down of like, or I guess the thing is like it just had like a
Well, it's
initial
early.
bad
Well.
initial bad taste in my mouth, Destiny. So it's time to move on, and hopefully over the next however many years.
Well, it is still early in the generation though. But I mean, I feel like
I've already been stung,
kind of-
RPG. I've already been stung.
they're getting their bearings. You're gonna get all your classics soon enough, and then you're gonna be like, you know what? I don't know what I was thinking. This is the best generation ever. And
I
then
know.
just gonna be,
At first, I was like,
Okay,
"This is the
that's-
second coming. Year of the video game." Yeah. Now it's like the
well,
ocean's
maybe
polluted.
not this year.
I'm
but-
not jumping back in that crap. And yeah, everybody else, sorry, but playing
Next
the
year,
games that came
guys.
out last fall that
Next
were all
year.
super buggy and terrible or not as good, and they could have delayed it, but they're like, nope. So maybe when I play these games that have been delayed at Drive Club, Arkham Knight, I can be like, oh, well, this is what happens when you delay your game, and they're amazing, and they don't have rush jobs of terribleness that make me want to not play games anymore. Okay, that would never happen because I'd never go do anything else, or make me want to do things and stuff that are not good and stuff. That was very vague.
That was That was. It was pretty
I
terrible.
want to go paint on the wall of how disappointing I am, and my soul is filled empty, and I must feel a wall of emptiness, or something, whatever.
Oh my.
But yeah, that's
You're like really terrible at that. You ever notice that? Like, just not good at that.
that's what I've been playing. Yay, Day 6. I think I told it's like, it's funny because I really want to go back and play the original after this, but it's like, dude, Tegan, you need to play something in your backlog. We need to make progress here.
Play
Can't just keep
something
playing the
else.
classics, dude. Well, I could, but you know, then the backlog games just do there.
Or you could just pretend you don't have a backlog. There's always that.
Nah. So I have no idea what I'm playing when I'm done with Day 6, so we'll see what happens.
Hmm.
Maybe more Star Wars stuff, because after that episode 4 or episode 7, just and after the game I'm playing that's secret, just yes. But yeah, do you have any RR topical? Because I totally have RR this week.
Ugh.
Oh, okay, cool.
Basically,
Go ahead then.
it's Golden Week. I forgot what that was.
In Japan?
Some
That's not
holiday
America
thing
at
or
all.
whatever. But they're having a sale on PSN.
Oh.
Like all these Japanesey games are on sale, and I was like, I know who likes Japanesey games. RPG. like I'm calling them Japanese games.
And why are you calling them Japanese?
I know who likes Japanesey games. RPG Maniac 05 likes Japanesey games. I should just go to the podcast and ask him, what games should I get that are on sale this week from all these Japanesey games that are on sale on the PlayStation Store? Because they're all like, and I'm finally going to get Resident Evil 8 because it's like $8. I was like, dude, $8. Yes,
Is
I can
it on
finally buy it and
sale?
play it. Yes.
I love that game.
There's like
But,
that one and
I-
like a tons of other ones. It's like all the Tell's games are on there, and I'm like, I have all these games because it says purchase, and I have not played them. I'm so
Well,
terrible.
I didn't know there was a sale going on now, so I actually don't know what's on there.
Oh, don't
so
worry, FG. I will give you the link, and I will go down the list as we're talking.
oh,
But then it's funny too, because like all the PS4 games except for like 2 I have, and then the 2 I don't have, I'm like, I don't want those. Because it's like, well, I guess I kind of want Legend of Korra, but it's like, I'll wait for it to be cheaper, like 75% off, but I'm not paying more than $5 for that game. So,
Yeah, that one is only so-so.
and then RPG said Natural Doctrine was terrible already, so it's like
it
nope.
is. Don't buy that. Do not.
And I have no idea what the status or quality of Akiba's trip is. So, and I'm not sure if it's cross by.
You probably. I think
It's
it is,
not.
but it's not.
It's not.
Oh well, I mean, you probably wouldn't even like it anyway because it's like a really fan servicey type of
Oh, well,
Japanesey game.
I knew it had a bunch of fan service in it. I just didn't know like how the
It's
zombie
a
fighting
game
was.
Yukino likes. So
because it says undead and undressed. So I was like, oh, you fight zombies, right?
no vampires.
Oh, that's super weird because I'm sure it takes place during the day, which.
That's kind of the point. You're stripping people so you can expose their skin to the sun.
Okay, I have heard enough.
See,
Pass on that one.
there you go.
And then Revelations 2 is on there, but it's only the first episode, so I was like, oh, well,
That's
I'd like the
weird.
full thing, so no thank you.
That is weird. Why would they?
But then the rest I have, so it's like Resident Evil, the GameCube remaster, and then Ground Zero, Citizens of Earth, Strider, Dust, Legion Tell, Pure Solar, and the Great Architects, which I hope a ton of people buy because I bought it. I just haven't played it, so I've been able to gush all over it, which I think that game deserves because it's super JRPG. I just haven't got around to playing it, so. And that's just PS4 stuff.
Then how would you know it's good?
Because RPG, it was all the pitch it made on its indie thingy game details section was like, I'm feeling where this one's going. So I was like, it was cheap. It was like less than $10 or something. So I was like, dude, how can I say no to that? JRPG awesomeness for like $10. Exactly, I can't. It was in that Joel G Gundam range of, dude, look how cheap this is. Boom, and I pushed it. I bought it.
Joel.
Alright, so on PS3, some games I'm going to ask you about here, because it has that one that you played, the Tears Tiara 2.
just that one?
Heir of the... Well, there's a bunch of them, actually. Because it's got one of those Arcana Hearts here, and I'm like, I don't play those games, but, you know, maybe it's worth the $10 it's on sale for? Probably not, because it's fan service and fighting game, but whatever.
Criminal Girls is on sale. Oh, man. This is happening. Oh, continue. Sorry.
Okay, let's see. Everyone's going on the whole list, whatever. So I already talked about the ones I've talked about already that on the PS4. I'll skip over. So Demon Souls is on here, but I already have it, so no need to worry about it. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution. Is that the most recent one?
No, because I think there's a PS4 one.
No, that one's not out yet.
Oh, it's not. Oh, okay. Then
Yeah.
never mind. Then
Because I
maybe
don't have any of them, but the demo of that one I did play, I was like, dude, this game's awesome. It's so over 9,000.
they're actually kind of they're actually kind of fun. Well, at least the
and
ones
then I
I've
didn't
played
buy
anyway are.
Because I was like, man, this game's awesome. But it's... Eh,
Although I haven't played one in a while though, so I don't know how they've changed since.
I mean, if they're all the same, because it's CyberConnect 2, then I would totally get it.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure. It's kind of hard because I mean,
I like the whole QuickTime event, giant cutscenes of awesomeness. The demo I played.
well, they're not all quick time.
Oh, they're not all like that?
No,
The boss
Ew.
battles, there's a lot of stuff like that actually.
because it's like, I mean, there are stuff, but it's like, well, some of the boss battles though play out differently than like the fights themselves. Kind of, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain.
Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z, I'm going to pass on that one. Tales of Symphonia Chronicles, I already have that one, so whatever.
Do you?
Yep.
Why?
Because it was cheap, and it was a Tales game, and I was like, well, we're not getting thrown a bone on PS4.
Well, isn't
for a
Chronicles
while,
just
so-
Symphonia and Dawn of a New World?
Yeah.
Or those
But
I heard the
everybody
second one was
says
terrible.
Symphonia is amazing, so I was like, well,
It is, but
it's probably like $5. So I was like, okay, sure. And then, I haven't played it because it's in my
do
backlog.
you not already have it? I think it's the
Or-
GameCube version.
I did not get it on the GameCube. No, that's one of the ones
Oh.
I missed, which is why I got it. It has
Although it
trophies
might be
because it's on PS3 now. Yeah.
Although it might be kind of dated now because they have new Tales games now and they've
Well,
updated the system.
As long as they
since,
don't
so-
play the new ones before the old ones, that should
Yeah,
work.
it's probably the best idea.
And then there's this game I've not heard of called Under Night in Birth X Latte. What is this game?
I'm sorry, what?
Under
You mean late?
Oh, X Late. Well, I thought it was whatever. X Late, whatever.
I think it's a fighting game, right?
It sounds like it.
Oh,
From-
okay. We can move on then, because I don't care about fighting games. Arcana Heart 3 Love Max, that's also a fighting game,
I think
right?
those are fighting games too. Yeah,
Yep,
that's like a
that's
whole
a fighting
series
game.
of them.
Chaos Code, it's only $3.
That doesn't.
That one's a fighting game too.
Oh,
I
never
think
mind.
that one is too. I think a lot of these games are probably going to be fighting games actually.
Okay, well, I already have Catherine. I haven't played it, so that's in the backlog.
What?
Oh man.
Tears Tiara 2, Air the Overlord. Is this the one that's in Japanese only RPG that you're talking about a while ago?
That is the one.
Okay.
Yes, because I have that one.
Would you recommend it at the $20 price point?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was even that expensive to begin with because when I got it, it was kind of cheap. But it depends on. I mean, it's kind of, it's very like kind of old school turn-based strategy. So I guess it would kind of
It's a
depend
strategy
on.
game.
It is.
Even better. I'm totally
Oh.
adding it to my cards.
Then there you go. There you go. I didn't know you like strategy games, but yes, it's
Let's see. Persona 4 Arena, we know that's a fighting game. I haven't picked it up because it's like,
Persona 4 is not a fighting game.
no, Persona 4 Arena.
Oh yeah, that one is. I was
And
like, wait a
then
minute.
Aqua Pause is also a fighting game, so
Yes.
you can also move on. Those are both $7.50 though, so less than $10 if you want to stroke your anime characters fight each other.
Oh my.
Skullgirls Encore, already have it, so pass.
Okay.
Dynasty Warriors Gundam Reborn. We all know how I feel about these games, so no need to say anything. It's $16
Hey,
if you're
some of
into
those-
that. If you're into that, I mean,
some of
I'm not going to
those
judge you.
It's just
I
like,
will think bad
I-
things about you, but I will not judge you. So, if you're into that, whatever.
I just didn't
Not
like
for
the
me.
Gundam when I played because it was just like the Gundams move a lot slower than the Dynasty Warriors do. So it was like, this is not fun for me.
One Piece Pirate Warriors 2, I'm guessing this is a fighting game.
That's also a Dynasty Warriors game.
Oh,
It
it's a
is.
Dynasty Warriors game. Well,
Or similar anyway.
nothing to say then. Saint Seiya.
Isn't there like a name for that genre of games instead of calling them Dynasty Warrior games?
Muso, isn't it? Muso? Or something?
Yeah, like. That's true.
I forgot what it's called.
I've heard mostly Muso
Okay.
games.
Saint Seiya Brave Soldiers, what is this? Is it a fighting game?
This is a fighting game.
Okay.
It's a fighting game.
Skip that one then. One Piece Unlimited World Red Prestige Edition. What is this?
So that one's like, from my understanding, it's like kind of similar to how they have the Naruto game set up, where it's like you have like a like story stuff and like an overworld and everything that you're going through, and like the fights are kind of like not the traditional style of fighting game fight things. It's kind of hard to explain. You'd have to like look up a trailer thing or something because it's
So
kind of hard
like
to explain. But,
Budokai
no.
3? Or the ones after Budokai when the fighting's not good?
No, because I was actually interested in this one, but I don't like One Piece, so then I was like, I probably wouldn't want to buy this.
Yeah,
Then
I'm not a big One Piece
that
fan
kind of
either,
defeats the
so I was
purpose.
like, eh.
So yeah, people keep telling me they're like, oh, One Piece is so great. I was like, I've tried watching it. It's not. I don't enjoy it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just missing something, but I don't know. I've tried. I've
Alright.
given it multiple chances. So
And here's where we get a bunch of Tales games in a row, even though we just talked about 2 of them. Tales of Grace is F, Tales of Grace is F plus Tales of Video combo pack, and then the two games are in the Tales of Symphonia bundle separately. But I've got all those games, so no reason to talk about it. I just haven't played them because backlog. Anyway,
wait, so you have all the Tales games?
not all of them, just those that I just talked about.
No,
I'm sure there's other ones that I don't have.
job.
Short Piece, Ranko, Suki, Gime's Longest Day. What is this?
I don't even know what that is.
It was like it was some sort of animation project,
It sounds like it has an interesting premise.
and it was like there was a whole bunch of really what is the word in English? Like high profile
So we're in English.
animators, and they made this project of like I think it was like 6 or 8 individual things combined into one bigger project.
Since this is a 2D
And-
fast-paced side-scrolling action.
Yeah,
It's
so
rated
there's like
M, so I'm like, it has partial nudity in the descriptor, and I'm like, how much fan service is in here?
there's like an anime and a game in this package.
In this one?
This is the first time I think it's been on sale.
So like, there's part of this I can watch?
Yeah, I think part of it is watching and part of it is a game.
Ooh, I might check it out just for that. It came out.
Wait, is that the one where maybe I think I might have actually heard of this one because like is that the one with the side scrolling with the girl and the
It's like running.
yeah this because I think I have heard of this one. The name just didn't like ring a bell until you guys started talking about what it actually was. Yeah, because I think it's like a side-scrolling action title where she's just like, there's like, yeah, that one's kind of hard to explain too. But yeah, I think it is like part watching, part like, yeah, because I remember seeing like stories on it, and people were talking about it because it was different.
So it's kind of like the thing Telltale's doing before Telltale does it and gets super famous for it. But not episodic.
Because well, it's not a adventure game like those.
Okay, moving on. Strider for PS3 is $6. So if you don't have it, you don't have a PS4. I'd say totally get that game because it's amazing. Or I enjoyed it, whatever. So if you're into that,
Tekken enjoyed it.
action, side-scrolling action, delicious. Dead Rising 2 off the records, $8. I'm not the biggest fan of the Dead Rising franchise, so I might get it, I might not. We'll see.
Get it.
I probably will. 'Cause I think I'm just gonna splurge on this, so I'll be like, whatever, and like buy all these games and be like,
Just buy
I
it
don't care
again.
about my backlog, F it, and just buy them.
Just that.
There's a Mega Man 9 and 10 combo pack, but I already have them because it says purchase. So I played Mega Man 9. I don't remember buying 10, but I remember like playing the crap out of 9, which is weird to me, but whatever. Darkstalkers Resurrection. I apparently don't have this game yet. That will change because I like Darkstalkers. So $6, I'll pick it up.
It's a fighting game though.
It is. It's one of the actual. Well, whatever. I'm not going to get into the semantics of it, but these
I like
other
the anime.
licensed anime properties,
younger.
with fighting game mechanics and their characters from whatever they are. It's like,
I think it was the other way around.
if I don't know what it is, and it's like a fighting game, I can't just be like, oh, cool, sorry. So Darkstalkers though, I like that. So yeah. Lost Planet 3 is $10. That game, I think I had the first one. I don't think I ever played the
If
second
you like
one.
Monster Hunter, you can buy that one.
I thought.
It's-
Oh, so the
it's-
third one's is co-op as the second one?
From my
Or
understanding,
co-op heavy?
it's-
Oh, okay.
because
pass on that one then.
Dak was trying to make me buy it, and I was like, nope.
Remember me? I don't know how much it is because it says purchased on my screen, so I
Cause,
picked it up. I've
that's
yet to
because it was
play
free at one point. That's why
I
you
think
probably
I
have
think I
it.
bought it before it was free though.
Oh, did you? Oh.
Probably. Bionic Commander Rearm, $5. Yeah. Bionic Commando is like one of those old games that people talk about that I never got around to playing, like Punch Out, and like I play it and I'm like, I'm not
You've never played Punch
either
Out?
good at it or don't enjoy it. I played it on Virtual Console that one episode, and I was like, Punch Out, not so much. Remember? Remember? Yeah.
I don't.
Wait, so you haven't have you played Bionic Commander Rearmed?
I think I have it on 360. I played like one of the redos of it or whatever those are.
One of the redos.
And then I got to the boss and I couldn't beat it, and I was like, F this game. And I just, yeah,
Just
whatever.
F it.
Yep. It's like Bionic Commando, not so much. Then there's like a bunch of the, it's kind of sad because you have like all these Kojima games on the shelf. So, you know, Peace
Whoops.
Walker, Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty HD, so the Enders Collection HD,
Wait, that's on sale?
Snake Eater HD,
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid HD Collection, and then the separate Zone of the Ender games. One is $8. That'd be the second
Why would
runner,
they sell them?
and then
why
the
would they
first
sell
one is
them
$4.
separately? Just
I
buy
don't
them both.
know.
Stop being lazy.
It's weird. And then Rune Factory, Tides of Destiny, $7.50. I might really pick up the Metal Gear Solid HD collection just because
Do you not already have it?
I do, but digital dude, I have to worry about, you know, finding the disc, putting it in. It's super easy.
It's one disc.
I know, but it's like I don't have to worry about like trying to find my. Lately, I've been having issues when I try to like find my disc sleeves, and like whichever one I'm looking for is always not the random one I'm looking for. I'm like, oh, this one has DVDs in it. Oh, this one has CDs in it. Oh, this is PS2 games. Oh, this is PS1. It's like it's never the one I'm looking for. It's like it's super annoying. I'm like, dude.
Have you ever tried, labeling?
I
things?
thought about that RPG. I've thought about that. I just haven't got around to it because he's like, you know, I'm still cleaning the apartment. I haven't got around to labeling and everything. But that's like the last step. Because once I put labels on it, it's like I can just look at it and be like, ah, that's what it is. So getting there, not there quite yet.
Wow.
Rune Factory, Tides of Destiny, for $7.50. Is this like that one game
Yes.
on the farm? Or
Well,
the same people?
No.
Oh, it's
But
not.
it is by the same people.
Okay.
The Rune Factory games play slightly differently, kind of, somewhat. Because they're more action RPG-y, kind of, somewhat. A little. Japan is weird.
Are we talking like cute Diablo, basically?
More or less, yeah.
Wow,
That's actually
that's
a good way to
frightening
put it.
description, Tropical.
That-
A frightening description.
Cute Diablo. That is that's a nice way to put it. Yes. It is pretty adorable.
All right, and then we have Fairy Fencer F. Did you play that?
I was thinking of getting it, but I did not because of who
$25.
made it. So I was like, I'm good. Because it was going to be that or R No Surge, I think it's called or something, and I ended up wanting to get No Surge instead of Fairy Fencer. So that's probably going to be the one I pick up and not get Fairy Fencer because, yeah, Fairy Fencer.
Disgaea D2, A Brighter Darkness, $10.
That's a
Do you
sequel,
like
right?
Do you like Disgaea?
Not really. I'm.
I
had. It wasn't the game I wanted it to be. Like, I'm just gonna say that. It's like you know, it was all these weird mechanics. It's not like your typical strategy RPG game. And I was like, I don't
But it's
stacking people
hilarious.
and throwing things and switches and weird stuff and
It's
over
fun
9,000.
if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, the learning curve was too steep for me. So I was like, yeah, this is too much. No thanks.
I really like 3. That was hilarious.
Hyper Dimension Neptunia Victory, $7.50.
Those games that whole series is semi fan servicey, but from my understanding, it was like it's supposed to be like a kind of like a video game take on the console war, kind of. So I mean, I guess if you're into like cutesy console war stuff, then jump all up in that. But
What genre is this one?
it is an RPG.
Oh, an RPG. Huh. Natural Doctrine, but you know, we know
No.
RPG things about that one. The Guided Fate Paradox. What is this? It's $5.
It's kind of like I actually
That's the
talked
one
about
where
this
you're a
on.
god, right?
Yeah, that's the one. I've talked about this one on the podcast before. It's where it it's where you win the lottery and become God thing, and you get to like kind of it's like part visual novel, part roguelike,
EU
part
roguelike. No thanks.
something thing. So it's different, is what it is. It's
Time
pretty
and
fun.
Time and Eternity's on here. I have already, so I have no idea how much it's on sale for. I haven't played
I
it
like
though,
that
'cause, you
one.
know. Wait, which
That
one?
one's $5.
Oh, oh.
I like that one.
Do you? Do you, Tropical?
I guess I haven't played anything like that in a long time.
It
So I
looks
was playing it. I was like, oh, that's kind of neat.
because I was interested in getting it when I first heard about it, but then after I started seeing it, I was like, this looks like it's going to get really repetitive really fast,
There,
and I'm not going to like it.
some of the combat stuff that they ask you to do is pretty. Because it feels like the frame rate isn't that smooth. So you're trying to do these really quick reaction things, but like you don't know when you're supposed to do it.
Next game is The Witch in the Hundred Night. Have either of you played this?
I haven't played it, but it look or based on what I've seen, it's there's another game that's similar to it that I can't think of it off the top of my head. But it's like well the battle system is kind of set up where you go and like you have things equipped to like the different face buttons and you attack with said face buttons and it's more or less just like a button masher kind of
Oh, well.
yeah, it's one of those games like if you're into that then yeah, but if not then don't.
Battle Princess of Arcadia's.
I don't know what that
Is
is,
it a
and
fighting game?
it sounds like a fighting game.
Because there's a bunch of characters on the front. So I'm like, fighting game?
It's sort of like Dragon's Crown.
Oh, cool. I might like this game then. It's only
Well, he said
$9.
sort of like it. That's
Well, that's why I clicked on it. Oh wow, this looks really good. The art style, the sprites anyway. Oh wow, this is
It's
super
not like a
fleshy.
harem game, is it? Because
I have no idea what that is.
a lot of their fan servicey stuff is
It's
like
only rated T, and it has fantasy violence, mild language, and suggestive themes. So you know,
Bachkoa.
looks pretty cool though. I think I'm gonna get this game. It doesn't look as bad as Dragon's Crown, or I don't see any characters in here that would rival the ridiculousness of the characters in that game.
That's how they get you.
As I was scrolling through the screenshot gallery, but hey, whatever, they could be hiding it. Yugen Soul Z.
It's similar to the Neptunia series, but
Oh,
from my understanding, the battle system's pretty interesting in that one though. But it's like apparently it's just like really there's like a steep learning curve, so you might not like it because of that.
Which one was the one that was like the crossover game for all the different like JRPG?
Namco Cross Capcom.
No, it was. I think it was one of. It was a. It was a. It
You're
was a
talking about
console
Chaos
game.
Wars
Is it Chaos?
because
Oh, maybe.
Ew, Chaos.
because you know how I feel about that game.
But
You know how I feel about that game.
that was the crossover one.
It was a one of a
Okay.
crossover
Maybe
games,
it was
so
that one I'm thinking of.
Next one, Hatsune Miku Project Diva F second. That's a weird title. Thanks, Japan.
classic Japan.
Is this the music game?
This is the music game.
It is.
Is it just like DDR? Or different?
No, it's more like the
Oh, I remember this
I guess
battle
how does it
Prince
play would be a better
yes.
question.
the
'Cause
button ones.
the button one, tropical, what is that?
Like DDR just has up, down, left, right.
Yeah.
And then the button ones have like up, down, left, right, and then also the face buttons.
Oh, okay.
So there's like more.
More.
I could never understand the Hatsune Miku craze, so I might investigate and do research like
Well,
tropical.
Well, it's
really
because
expensive.
aren't they like
Aren't-
really big on like idol stuff in Japan or something?
Yeah, well, like initially I thought it was kind of cool because the songs are all sung by a virtual voice. that
actually doesn't
you can
exist.
actually download and like compose songs and then tell this virtual voice to sing them.
Sounds dirty.
That's not so dirty.
It's like, yeah, you can make her do whatever you want.
And then for like the later
She can't
ones,
say
like
no.
I think they had they always make sort of these characters for the voices, and then this one was really popular.
Oh, well.
Tell her to sing it for you.
Okay, this next one is Residence of Fate. It's only $8. I'm totally picking up because RPG totally gushed over it like however many years ago.
I enjoyed that game.
I'm sure it got at least one golden crosshair if it was during that time, but it probably wasn't.
It didn't exist. I wasn't cheap, but unfortunately.
Or maybe it would have. And then the next one is Hatsune Miku Project Diva F before the second, so I'm guessing this is the game before that one. And it plays similarly.
I would assume so.
Suikoden 2, but I already picked it up. I recommend it because it's awesome. Well, I enjoyed it. You might not. Whatever. Turn-based style, JRPG goodness. And you get to collect this massive army, these battles. And, okay, I'm not gonna say too much
You're
over
not
it.
gonna
But,
get into it.
Yeah,
Not gonna do it.
yeah.
Although
recommend it.
Suikoden, like, there's a lot of different types of battles though, because it's not like just like your typical.
That's what I'm saying. Like, actually, your giant
So-
battle or your giant army, you can go into battle and have this massive battle and like the one-on-one duels. It's great. It's just it's delicious.
It's delicious.
But Konami, we might not ever see this again. So
You won't.
might want to get it before it's delisted off the store like another game we'll get to in the news section.
Because Konami doesn't like having nice things.
Did you see that tweet with the chart of Konami and their 2015 plans of like F it all, F you?
No, I did not.
Oh, I'll have to look that up.
That's kind of funny though.
Castlevania, Lament of Innocence, $5. I think that's is that the PS2 reboot of like you
That was
go
like
back
the
to
3D
very,
one, right?
Yeah,
The PS2 one.
you
Yeah.
go to the very first Belmont. R No Surge Ode to an Unborn Star. What is this RPG?
Oh, it's Have you ever played the Arctanelico games?
No, but I've heard you talk about them.
Oh,
Isn't
well,
that
it's in that universe kind of.
synthesizing or crafting crap or
No,
harvesting whatever.
it's like because no, it's a.
Oh, wait, I'm
it's-
thinking of the Altellier games, not the Arctanelico.
Yeah, you're thinking of
What is
the
Arctanelico?
Alchemist games. The Arctanelico games are like they're RPGs, but it's like the way the battle system works is like you have like a support person to back up your main people thing, and it's kind of like you have your two sides, and you kind of go on by buffing and fighting the whole thing. And Arno Surge is, from my understanding, supposed to be like it's in the same universe. So, I think it's actually a prequel to the series or something. But I mean, I was gonna pick it up anyway because I think GameStop was having a sale or something, so I was gonna buy it. But it was between that one because I think it came out around the same time as Fairy Fencer, and I was debating on which of the two I was gonna get, and I was probably gonna get Arno Surge was the one that I decided on. So.
Oh, well, it's only $20 on the PSN store if you never got around to it. Atelier, Eska, and Logi or Logi, Alchemist of the Dusk Sky. It's another Atelier game. I'm guessing it's $15.
Yeah.
Like the first two of that trilogy. I
The
think.
trilogy,
Oh, no.
yeah.
Yeah, then the next one is Atelier Verona plus the Alchemist of Ireland.
That one I have. But
$20. Alchemy.
nah.
I've heard RPG talk about these games and they do not interest me. So,
Yeah, don't. You're probably better off not.
and then Deception 4 Blood Ties. I only know what this game is because I saw a video review of it, and it's basically you set traps and it's weird and stuff.
It's a deception game.
Yes, like Tropical said, it's a deception.
I'm
game.
just saying, I don't think there are any other Deception games out here before this one, unless I just didn't see it. But I guess we got the fourth one, so
You're welcome.
Isn't like a
It-
clock tower like that kind of
It
game?
is. Well, no, because Clock Tower is just like you running away and not doing stuff.
Oh, which one? I'm pretty sure there is a game like this.
There probably is, but because I mean,
wonder-
other people
I wonder
were
if it
excited
is
about
an
it when it
early
got
Deception.
announced, so it had
Yeah.
to be.
maybe it is. The next game is Trinity Souls of Zil Ol. What is this RPG?
It's a dungeon crawler.
Dungeon crawler. No thanks.
Yeah, I just about to say. There you go.
It's only $6. I was like, oh man. Then he's like, it's a dungeon crawler. No thanks. Raiden 4 Overkill. I'm gonna get this because I like shoot 'em ups. So yay! It's like it's like Forever in a Day was on sale on like the PSN store for like I think like less than $20 because it's $20. But then now it's $6 and I was like, yes, that's a total still. So that's never that cheap. And then last. Oh wait, never mind. There's a couple more. We've already talked about 2 of these. So Mamorukun Curse. What is this?
I don't know what
This is
that
a shoot
is.
'em up.
Oh okay. Killer is Dead. I'm getting this. It's $10. It's by Suda51. And
I heard it was not good
I
though.
thought Gamer said it was decent.
I
People-
didn't.
The main complaint was that there were weird mechanics in it.
Yeah, that's
That's what I remember.
But you know, it has sweet combat, so yay. Next game is Yakuza Dead Cells. I've already picked this up apparently, so just like all the other Yakuza games I have not played that I own, so one day.
Why do you keep getting
I
them?
think because I had to support what good left there is in Sega, I must support them. You know, I can't just let them be like, oh, we're putting out good games, and then be like, oh, that's okay, I'll just buy this terrible Sonic game for the 5th time
Hey,
in a row.
all of them aren't terrible. Watch your mouth.
But the majority of them are. Oh! Next game. Last game on the PS3 section. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Also another Kojima production. So $8 for that one. I picked it up on Steam, so I'm not going to bother with it on PS3. So
I hear it's good.
yeah, me too. Alright, then we got Vita stuff. Or
Unfortunate to think
Vita
about it.
and PSP stuff. Carnage Heart EXA or Carnage Heart EXA. Yes, no.
I don't know what that is. I just think it's like, from what I understand, it's just like some kind of mech game, but
Ooh,
I
it
haven't.
does look like a mech
played-
game. I might like this game. Too
Oh,
bad it looks
cool.
like super old and terrible, but still, it could be fun. Let's just try not to be too much of a graphics for here, Tekken. Okay, voice in my head. I'll do that.
Be a graphics whore, don't listen to him.
But RPGs as giant robots. That's like +1.
I guess.
Uh,
But you don't like Gundams, and they're giant.
Whoa! I do like Gundams. I just don't like Muso games.
Oh, okay, I can accept that.
I love me some Gundam, dude. But next game is Into Serenity.
Isn't that the same thing as but that whatchamaface thing game? It knows what it is. That's what it is.
That was my face games.
I forgot, but yeah.
It says something
I
about
think it's like, I think it's like some
Automagims.
old school RPG though, so you
It's a
might
what?
some kind of like old school RPG.
Oh yeah, it says inspired by the
something.
look and feel of old school 16-bit RPGs.
Oh, there you go.
Over 120 unique skills that can be used both in and out of battle. Summon gigantic beasts during battle. Oh my gosh, summons. Oh my gosh. I
That's
might
all
buy
it
this
says, huh?
game. I might buy this game.
It's like, yep, I'm in.
Ooh, man. Ooh, yeah. I think I'm getting this game. I have no idea what it is, but it's $4.50. It's less than $5. Why not? Let's do it.
You can't go wrong, right?
Hey, it's better than some landfill game. Just saying. Oh,
Ooh, he went there.
Mystic Chronicles.
No clue what that is. They just made that.
Arr!
That one they just made up. I don't know what that is.
It's from Natsume.
Some of them are really old. This is like PSP.
Yeah, some of these are PSP games
Ah,
that got
That-
that can also work on the Vita, which is I guess why they're on sale.
because I got my PSP pretty late in the game.
Yeah, this
so
is like a first-person JRPG dungeon crawly thingy looking. Looks like or what's that one game?
Oh.
Or not Dragon's Quest, like Dragon's
you
Quest.
already turned me off. It's too late.
I mean, it has that look of a like your first-person combat in a
Nope.
JRPG, or
Nope.
Earthbound, or that one,
Nope.
or Tales of Elysia, or not Tales, but
Nope, too late.
the one on 3DS that's got like 4 games that I have not played.
Nope,
Oh no, I gave it the kiss of death because I said Dragon's Quest. Oh well.
you did. You gave the kiss of death.
Let's see. What
Murdered
piece we
it.
already talked about that one? Strikers 1945. I believe it's a shooter, 2D shooter. Well, it's only $1.25.
Can't go wrong.
That's like as much as you'd pay in the arcade to play it from
It's like
beginning
it.
to end if you're really awesome.
Yeah, if you're really awesome.
Otherwise, it'd be like a whole roll of quarters. Ha ha ha. Criminal Girls Invite Only. You're talking about this already RPG. What is this? Unless you're
It
being
is.
sarcastic.
It is. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's Japanese is the only thing I can say about that. It's the best way to describe it because
It's rated
if
M.
you
Oh my goodness. Fantasy,
it
violence, language, partial nudity,
well
sexual themes. Oh my goodness.
well it's one of those it's
It
kind
does
of
not pass the Onita Sarkeesian test. Oh my gosh.
it's in the similar vein of like
Probably not.
mon- like Monster Mon piece where it's like yeah it has the mechanics and everything but it's like they just had to do the whole fan servicey thing to kind of take it over the edge there so yeah yeah on the bright side you get to discipline girls there is that there is that sort of thing so yeah
I completely forgot what I was thinking about because I was thinking that we need to come up with like a game or game that we can
Japan.
just say like this is one of those games every time we see it. Because I was like, oh, so it's like Sekiro but for games.
Yeah.
Though I kind of well, I'm not going to go there because we're on the air, but you know.
Oh my.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with Sekiro. I mean, whatever. This next game is called HTOLNIQ. I have no idea. The Firefly Diary.
It's like a kind of semi-platforming adventure puzzle game kind of. You control like these two firefly thingies to guide this helpless little girl throughout the levels
Oh,
and stuff.
helpless little girl. I'm very sure that would definitely not pass the Deus Sarkeesian test.
Well, it's
Okay.
not. It's
Too late. She's a damsel in distress. You can only help her with fireflies. Phil.
oh dear. It's not that kind of damsel in distress. She's just because she's being guided around. She's not like actually like captured kind of thing or something. It's she just doesn't fight directly. Is what that is.
I don't know. She's whatever. Okay, I'm not gonna argue it. Whatever.
And she's like 4. What what is she supposed to do?
Arcana Heart 3 is on here again. It's a fighting game. Blaze Blue's on here. It's $3.75. I hear it's pretty good. I haven't played it. Or I don't know if which one this is. This is Continuum Shift Extend for Vita. So I'm not sure if that's the awesome one or not. So it's less than $4 though. So you know if you're just dying for some fighting game action on your Vita, there you go. Sorcery Saga: Curse of the Great Curry God. I think I was looking at this one day on the
Dungeon
store.
crawler.
Okay, it's a okay, dead to me. Fantasy Hero Unsigned Legacy.
I forgot what that was, but I have heard it before. So maybe if I
I just like the name of the
got it
title is like before the subtitle is like super generic fantasy hero.
right,
Unsigned Legacy. It looks like a dungeon crawler.
it might
It
be.
looks action RPG, dungeon crawlery. It does not look turn based. It very much does not look turn based. No. There's a lot of menus in here. Ooh, you can upgrade
There's
weapons.
menus in here.
Yeah.
Most games have those. There is that.
like a dungeon crawler though. Dragon's Crown's pretty good. I like that game. It's like a 2D side-scrolling action-y. Yeah. I don't know how much is on sale because I already have it, but I'd say check it out. Conception 2, Children of the Seven Stars. We've heard RPG talk about it, so I'm not interested in that one, so pass on that. Citizens of Earth. It's not cross-buy because it doesn't say purchased. Curses. $9. You're not getting my money again on that one. Sorry, Alice.
Do it.
Growlancer Wayfarer of Time actually had this game. I think I played it for like a bit, and I was like, oh, this isn't what I was expecting. And then I stopped playing it.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, actually, a bunch of these games, there was another sale where they're on,
Yeah,
and
the
you
next,
asked
like,
RPG about them.
Yeah, like 7 of the 8 ones are like, next ones are like Atlas games, and I bought most of them. Except for
Did
Class
you?
of Heroes 2, because I didn't know existed, but it's...
I don't think it was out yet. At the
Oh,
time.
well, it's only $6.25 now, so I'll go ahead and buy it just because I have the first one, even though I haven't played it. I'm sure the second one...
About that.
I'm sure the second one takes the existing base of awesomeness in the first one and just goes head over heels over it to make it even better. Unless it's terrible.
Except that, the first one wasn't all that great. So it's like,
This looks like another first person, but you have 6 people in your party. This is weird. There's like a timer.
welcome.
What's going on here?
I do want to get Crimson Gem, though. I heard that's on sale.
It's less than $10, whatever, I'll buy it. What's the worst that could happen?
You can hate it.
Monkey paw, eh? Do. let's see. So we're skipping over all these. Well, yeah, a bunch of these are PSP games that are happen to play on Vita, so we're just gonna skip over them. And we talked about them before, so it's whatever.
Did we?
Yeah, Gungnir, Crimson Gem Saga, Hex's Force, King of Bancho, Badass Rumble. Okay, well, King of Bancho and Gungnir we talked about. The other two, whatever. Igdra Union, Classic Heroes 2, Riviera, The Promised Land, Nights of Nightmare, Mega Man Maverick Hunter X, which is super old PSP game.
But awesome.
Yeah, like all those games I have except for the Classic Heroes 2, so I need to buy it.
Wait, Crimson Saga wasn't the one I was thinking of. There's a different one.
Metal Gear Solid HD Collection for Vita, and then Peace Walker, Sons of Liberty, Snake Eater Standalone on Vita. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get it just because it's like I can play it on Vita now. So yeah.
Don't do it.
I don't know though. I think I have my copy of whatchamacallit. So Peace Walker. Oh, I don't have Peace Walker actually, so I need to get that on PS3
Don't
so I can
do
play it. RPG Metal Gear Solid 5 is almost out. I need to know what happens.
Don't do it.
There's a Harvestman game, Hero of Leaf Valley, for $5.
You love Harvest Moon.
Actually, I've never played a Harvest Moon. So
I know. I was kidding.
I hear amazing things about them though.
It depends on
Or the people
type
that
of games
I
you're
seem
into.
to only know people that really, really enjoy those games. I should say, because yeah, I've never heard bad things about it. Harvest Moon, Boy and Girl, also on here. I'm guessing similar. Innocent Life, a futuristic Harvest Moon, so another Harvest Moon as well. You just
Except
can't
in
get
the
enough.
future.
Because that changes so much.
does.
Adventures to Go. I have no idea what this is. I'm clicking on it.
Don't do it.
What is this game RPG? Adventures to Go! Exclamation mark.
It's adventures. Oh my god.
That is
like
almost
strategic
what the
grid-based
description
battles?
says.
Oh my gosh! I have to get this game now.
It's exactly what it says on the tin.
It's strategic grid-based battles. That is totally my. Oh, it's 2009. No wonder we don't know what this game is. It's super old. But it's only 42 megabytes. Wow, there's a bunch of stuff on here, but it's rated E 10+. Alcohol reference, mild fantasy violence, mild language, mild suggestive themes, simulated
Well, that's what you
gambling.
get. People are desensitized
Nobody
now.
dies and there's no blood. So let's give it an E 10+. Demon Gaze. Do you know what this is, RPG?
Dungeon crawler.
Yeah. Hyper Devotion Noir, Goddess Blackheart.
I've heard of it, but I haven't.
These are all
seen it.
the hyperdimension.
But it's all in the same.
and
Yeah,
spin-offs.
that's
Yeah, there's like
it.
2 more Hyperdimension games after this. So
One of them is like an idle game, I think.
It is.
Hyperdimension.
But I forgot which one it
Junior,
is, though.
Rebirth 2, and then the one after that is Producing Perfection.
Yeah, I think that's the idle one.
It's only $9.
You know you love those idle games.
Natural Doctrine. I did not know it was on Vita. So.
It is, unfortunately.
Oh man, DJ Max Portable 3 is actually $10. Usually it's on Silver 20. I can finally buy it and play it. I can finally play it. Yes, I've been waiting for this forever. This game's like
Happy.
always on Silver $20, and then like it's full price 40, but it's always like crossed out 20, and I'm like $20. Yeah, but now it's $10, so it's like yes, I can finally play it. Yes, new music rhythm game. Yes. Oh wait, we already talked about Hatsune Miku on PS3. Suikoden 2. We're gonna talk about that. Tukiden, The Age of Demons. You give this a thumbs up.
Monster
right?
Hunter style
Okay.
thingy.
I remember someone talking about this. Senran Kagura Shinobi Versus. Is this a fighting game?
It's
This is a brawler,
Ooh.
that.
but it's a criminal girls.
That.
Yes,
Well, I forgot about the fan
Yeah,
service.
I just clicked on it, and then it's like M, and then like one of the second screenshot is like just cleavage. So yeah.
You should see the anime.
Is it as good as Sekiro? Because if it's as good, I mean, as long as it's good, just say, I might be able to deal with it. But if it's like all in your face all the time,
It's an anime. Is my response to that.
And then we already talked about Akiba's Trip, and then the last one is Senran Kagura Bon Appetit.
Bon appetit.
So is it like a cooking game, but with like criminal girl elements, which is
Yeah,
I think
I
my
think so.
favorite new term on the podcast. Criminal
Yes.
girl elements. It makes it with sexy because you don't know what it means. It's like a double entendre.
Pretty much.
But there aren't any games called Sexy Girl. I would like make perfect sense when I say it. Rated M for language, partial nudity, and sexual themes. It's about the food, though. It's about the food.
You know how many things? Well, never mind. We're still.
Were you gonna say something about sexual themes in food RPG?
Yes, I was. But then I was like,
Phallic objects that are shaped like foods?
there might be kids listening, so we don't want to do that. But,
All right, and that is my part of this week's RR. Unless Tropical has something to add in RPGs. Wow, do we only have like 3 recommendations of like how many games do we go through? And like it's what like
well, that's because most of them you already had. So it's like,
Yeah. And like, I think the only new RPG this week is an Idea Factory one, and we've already heard the thing about that. So
which Idea Factory one is it?
I think it's like something Quintet Omega,
No.
maybe.
Their damn fan service. Those guys.
so yeah, Resonance of Fate, some Naruto action, some other stuff, Darkstalkers and stuff. So yeah, plenty of games for me to buy this week. Yay!
What was that other game called then? I'm confused.
So yeah, news. I guess.
Sure. There was actually a lot of game reveals this week.
Was there?
Were there?
Yeah, like
Call of Duty, right?
So right after we broke on the Thursday, not broke. After we
Right.
finished recording, like the next day, they showed off the first footage of Mad Max for
Oh, yeah.
PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
That looks good. But it's like
Yeah,
it's weird 'cause, like I mean like visually, graphically it like looks up to par, but it's like I'm not sure how it plays because I saw you like tweet something about it plays like Arkham, but like looking at it, it didn't look like explicitly like Arkham Combat when I looked at it. Tropical.
Really?
That's not
It felt like Arkham Combat.
Only some of the
Or-
finishers, but like outside of like having button prompts on the like gameplay overlay, it's like I can't really tell because there were
Okay.
none.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Like it's a guess, but it feels like this is also coming from Warner Brothers Interactive. Shadow of Mordor had sort of Arkham style combat, right?
That is true.
Arkham is theirs, and Mad Max, like it looked very familiar, at least in the trailer. It's like, that also seems like Arkham style combat, except, people die, and they're people this time, and not orcs.
Oh.
So that was interesting. Then on Sunday we saw Call of Duty Black Ops 3, which is, I guess it takes place further along than Advanced Warfare did. So it's even more future-y, and apparently like what they're doing is they want to have 4-player co-op campaign. And so the levels are much less linear, like they're a lot bigger, so that you can separate 4 people going off in different directions, and sort of like high ground would allow you to like one of the features is like when one person sees an enemy, they're sort of tagged for everyone, and so it's beneficial for everyone to split up, so you can cover more angles and see more of where the enemies are. And so in order to accommodate for that, the levels are way bigger. So that's kind of cool. Zombies is coming back because it's Treyarch.
Yay.
It feels like the trailer had many parts that felt like Titanfall. There was actually wall running, and you have jetpacks and stuff. Like, what is going on here? But yeah, Call of Duty is going further into the future, and I don't know that helps them, but we'll see.
Yeah, there's also some there's like a tweet from the Deus Ex team about
Oh yeah, because
with the cat.
their teaser trailer was all about like human modification and like the sort of
It was
ethical
super
repercussions.
transhumanist. It was crazy. It was
Yeah.
like you would if you like it was like super like dude, this is like totally the feel of a Deus Ex game.
Oh, I only saw like the trailer where there's like people morphing their arms and crap. So I was like, oh,
Yeah,
that's
apparently
good.
that's in multiplayer. They don't have loadouts anymore. It's like they're making a sort of MOBA-ish, so like you get to choose
Oh,
among a
man.
roster of
Well, I'm glad
Awesome.
I'm not on that train anymore.
characters. And yeah, there's one character whose arm morphs into a gun. Don't know. Although, it's weird that I think developers are sort of thinking in that direction. So you can either think it's because, like, well, we have so much memory now, we can definitely put in more unique characters. Like before, every character had to be kind of the same and generic, and that way, like, we could fit them all in memory. And then it was like, oh, we can do something kind of cool where if everyone is generic, we can sort of make them customizable a little bit, and we can still fit all that into memory. And now it's like, now we can just make totally different characters for everybody, and they can all fit in memory. Or they're looking at it like, what's popular? How do we be popular? It's like, League of Legends is popular, and then so everything becomes MOBA-ish.
I think that's the answer. I.e. evolved. Who's still playing it? Oh.
Everybody.
Indeed. None of us played it, so.
Yeah, we did not.
Then the day after, we saw Batman Arkham Knight, a trailer called All Who Follow You.
I felt super weird after I saw this because I was like, well, I had expectations. They were met. However, out of context, I don't know whether to be excited or not. ... And then the next day, the season pass punch in the face of, oh, hey guys, hey, 6 months of content, but we're not going to tell you what it is, and not, it could be any of the one things that we're talking about, and how much, who knows? It's just,
That's, I think that's the crazy part. Like, they said, we're not going to tell you what it is right now, but here's how much it costs, and you can buy it now. So if you like to buy blind and
Which
just
I
trust
do.
us, yeah,
Gamer
totally
12,
do
we're looking at you,
If you
if you can
can.
hear this.
You probably already did.
He did, because
did.
he put it on my Facebook. I totally was like, I tweeted this, and then I got a bunch of responses, and I had a meltdown. I had a mini meltdown of like, I still believe in this game. It's going to be awesome, but then season pass, because I was like, I'm boycotting season pass games from now on. And then Batman effing didn't. It's like, but I can't effing boycott it because it's like, I know it's going to be good, but then it's like, season passes are yeah. Just,
my.
I can't,
Did they break you?
I can't even RPG. I can't even.
He can't even.
I can't even.
Awesome. You
It
can't.
was funny because, like, shortly after that, I saw that they announced Shadow of Mordor Ultimate Edition, which has all the DLC, and I was like, oh, look, Shadow of Mordor's coming out.
Drop calls, right? We just wait until the game comes out and then gets bundled with it to get the full version. And all games are delayed 12 months when they release. They don't come feature complete anymore. Pactor was right.
Yay!
I was trying to, I was
so,
like, I almost spent all of Tuesday feverishly looking up a video clip where Michael Pachter said something about like publishers are just going to keep adding air quote value to the game. Therefore, when you buy the game, you get that base game, but then there'll be season passes and DLC. So actually, the full price of the game is going to go up to like $90. And it's like I knew it. I knew it. It's like the day has come. Pachter was right.
Sounds just like that too, by the way.
Someone made an image where it was like burger. They used
I
burgers
saw
as an
that.
analogy.
I saw that too.
It was like the burger used to be your game, and then the fries and the drink were like, accessories, like add-ons. And now it's like it was like the bun is the game, the bacon is the pre-order bonus.
Let me see if I can
Then
find an
like
image and
your
put it
condiments are all like
in the live stream.
extra add-ons and DLC. It was really funny.
It's kind of sad.
But yeah, Arkham Knight. They showed something really interesting in the trailers, and they sort of only briefly said what it was afterwards.
I know.
Which was just like, I really didn't like that, because like Call of Duty, I watched the trailer and I was like, so what did I just watch? And I was lucky that they had done their preview event or whatever, so I could go out and read what exactly they had done and what I had watched. And so I was like, oh, that seems kind of interesting. We are still left guessing what Arkham Knight showed us, which was, it looked like Batman fighting in tandem with lots of the Bat family and extended family.
Bat family.
And I was like, so what does this mean? Like, is it a co-op game now? Apparently not, I don't think.
It's not
They
co-op.
call it dual play, is what I read.
See, for me, I was like,
where
okay, well, like, if you switch in during the takedown, do you end and then play as that character? Or it's like, it added too many questions of like, okay, well, in the campaign, do I play as just Batman? Or in free flow combat, can I call these dudes in? Or is it just, I can't even.
You can't even, guys.
I think
You
it's
can't
gonna
even.
be like integrated with the story. So if they're around, you can switch to them and sort of set up the combat situations.
That's what I was thinking.
And
Basically.
I'm thinking that it's sort of like how they're doing the Batmobile. You know, they're not turning you into driving mode necessarily. They're trying to integrate the Batmobile into that sort of navigation system that the Arkham games already had. So I'm wondering if they're trying to integrate character switching into the free flow combat. And so it's still going to feel sort of similar, except instead of these moves that have you zooming across the screen, you suddenly change point of view to another character who has a different move set. That could actually be pretty cool. That's sort of, if it turns out the way I think it will, and I'm very optimistic,
Shouldn't be.
but I always am. It's the Titan moment. Like God of War 3 looked very standard until they first showed the Titans that one time. And then it was like, oh my gosh, this is a leap forward from God of War 2. And so I'm wondering if I'm thinking Arkham Knight is going to feel like that in the combat situation. Because a lot of people have been saying, like, well, it's basically better looking Batman, but it's the same thing. And, you know, with that addition, with the sort of stealth takedown combos, I think Arkham Knight might be pretty surprising for people who are not as optimistic as I am. Which probably everyone. Then today we saw Just Cause, or not today, a few days ago I think too. Just Cause 3 got their first gameplay trailer too.
Yay.
I don't remember anything from it except pre-order now to get weaponized vehicles.
Yes. And so it begins.
There was also a bunch of game announcements over the week.
You know how good, I'm not sure how good the images crop, but I put that picture into the stream of the, if you buy a game now versus if you buy a game then, everything being together versus the, oh look, it's all sliced up DLC style.
Well, it's the internet's fault, to tell you the truth. Because I mean, once you were able to start, buying stuff digitally, now it's like they can do it. Back in the day, they didn't have that option. They had to release like a full game and just be done with it. But now the internet's let everything become possible. It's like, well, now we can just give them half a game and give them the rest later because internet. And
See, it's
Which,
like,
I actually think that would be fine if they were giving it to us later. But they're not giving it to us later.
it's like
They're
when you announce
selling it to
before
us later.
the game is even out.
yeah,
It's
they're giving it to us later. It's at a price. It's open.
It's like my vision for the future wasn't, just the same game experiences. It's like the experience of the base game would be even better and deeper and bigger than the previous game that it followed. Not be like, oh, well, here's the game. Now there's a bunch of DLC. Whatever.
Silly Tekken.
Well, some games,
That's
I think,
not how that works.
you know what I just said about Arkham, I think that will happen. The base game will be better, or at least more expansive, and have more interesting features than the other ones, previous ones.
It won't.
But yeah, well, all the previous ones also had DLC and season passes, didn't they?
That's the thing, dude. Is like I've already been burned by Harley Quinn. I've already been burned by the lack of stuff after Cold Heart that never materialized. Oh, so it's like I can't have good faith going in of like, well, this isn't Rocksteady's fault, but I can take a leap of faith. I can trust them. Nope, already been burned twice, dude. Go
Well, so far,
yourselves.
like Cold Heart was, I think, the best one, right? And that wasn't Rocksteady.
That's the. Harley Quinn was so bad. It just gives me bad. It's like I don't want to go back to that place. Why Rocksteady? Why?
Yeah, Cold Heart was so good.
They were testing your loyalty, and you passed.
I would say at least, don't do what Gamer did. Like, don't buy it until you know what's in it. And the thing is, like,
don't
even
ever
when the
do what
stuff
Gamer
starts coming
does.
out,
It's like that's a cautionary tale to begin with.
like the season passes don't go down in price generally until they have a reason to, which is usually like they're going to sell another complete version of the game or they're going to sell the sequel pretty soon. And even in those cases, like rarely do the season passes go down because there's no point, there's no reason for them to do so.
Drownical, I just wait 12 more months after June. Hey, Game of the Year edition. Yeah, that's all the stuff in it. Oh.
Well, hopefully so right now, Shadow Mordor Ultimate Edition comes out May 5th, I think, or 8th. And it is $50. So, like, it's cheaper than the original game was when it came out, but it's still not. If you bought everything as you went along, like, it's still not that cheap, or something. Anyway, I don't know. Moving on.
Actually, for me, it wasn't that bad because I got the base game for, well, I guess before I traded in, I got when it was like $25 on Black Friday, and I got the whatever, the Bright Lord DLC for $10. So it's 35, but then I, of course, traded in for the digital copy, so, but if we count out the whole, trade in the physical copy for the digital copy, it was only $35, but, I had to have it digitally because I had to subsidize my,
not going to happen with Batman because
game.
it's coming out in June. If it came out closer to the end of the year, then it probably would happen. Not because it's bad, but because
actually, wait a minute. If it comes
like
out
to
in
sell
June,
a whole bunch of them.
6 months of DLC by
hit
December.
the holiday
So
season.
then, maybe I could wait for the season pass to go on, or just see how much of it's worth getting. But I can't wait. That's the problem. I have to have the challenge rooms. Oh.
Do you though?
Yes, RPG. I love the combat. It's so good. It's like I've been saying, dude, best 3D action game in the last generation, Arkham City. I mean, Origins was like, right there, but so good, so good.
Then why can't you
And
just
then once I've
play
already
the
played
main
through
game over again?
That's what the other characters are for. But then it's like once I've gotten my 3 medals, what's the point?
Leaderboards.
You don't have to have the challenge.
I'm already like super above everybody on leaderboards. It's like whatever. Well, at least my friends anyway. It's like other people, F them.
Just
My friends are gonna be like, ha ha ha, yes, I will rub your face in my score. Yes, look how awesome I am. Yes. Okay, I won't do that, but
I think I don't play for those.
Now I have share button on. I can be like, haha, look how much higher I am. Yes.
Wow. Share button has turned him into a monster.
Taking superiority. The world will know. Yes.
All right. So, Overlord, they announced a sequel to the Overlord series, Fellowship of Evil. It's a 4-player game. Looks like it's just a downloadable, so I think it's only $20 when it's coming out.
It's also not like the other Overlord games.
Yeah.
I played those, and it does not look like that.
Square Enix announced that they're going to have their own press conference at E3. It's at the time that Nintendo used to do theirs.
I would not get my hopes up
Monday
RPG,
morning.
sorry.
Well, I'm not, but it's just the force habit that whenever someone says
like we want to believe, but then I think back to remember that Capcom conference they had, and they talked about the Lost Planet movie, and it has yet to see anything from the light of day.
They already said that 15 is going to be like their next reveal is going to be at Gamescom. It's not going to be at E3 anyway. So
I think they're going to show.
It's interesting then. Like, what are they going to show?
Or Western
Deus Ex.
They're probably going to show IDOS stuff. Yeah. Because I mean, they do have to kind of sell their stuff too. So
at this point, it's like I don't believe in the Japanese developers anymore to like make anything at a rate that you could show it 12 months after you talk about it and like be like, oh man, that looks awesome. So
it's still awesome when it comes out, not all buggy.
Lost complete faith in them. It's like, oh, well, they have IDOS, so I guess I'll show IDOS stuff like Tomb Raider and Deus Ex. So
yeah, Tomb Raiders, but it's like Xbox exclusive for the time being. So I mean, no one's gonna care about that.
So it's interesting. Like this year, we've had 2 publishers who generally haven't done this having their own press conferences.
They're picking up
And
Nintendo
obviously-
slack because they're lazy bums. No, we're not going to E3, guys. No, we're too cool for that. No, you're just lazy.
Like, what do you think is happening? I mean, I think
they're trying
partially
to cut through the noise. It's like the whole Nintendo Direct effect. It's like, well, they can just show what they have, and then they know that the people that are fans of it will, you know, pick up on it, and they won't have to worry about it being this giant smorgasbord of Sony or Microsoft conference of like hype bomb, megaton.
Well, and part of it is too is like they can only show so much during someone else's
that's
conference.
true.
Whereas they have
it's
their
like
own,
they can,
they
like,
can show
you know,
every
focus on,
and anything they want. It's
focus
not
on
just
their
like,
stuff.
well, we're bringing out this one game.
It's like, we don't care about
because that's
Ubisoft and
all we- a lot of
EA always showing stuff during everybody's conference. Gosh. Sometimes it crashes Assassin's Creed. F those guys. We're going to do our own conference.
Even during the conferences, they can't get the game to work. Classic Ubisoft. But it's like, it's just like, yeah. So it's like it's easier for them to focus on like multiple games as opposed to just being brought up for the one game and be like, yeah, this is their big title, and then it's like, get off our stage. We have other people to show. But like with their own conference, they can actually, you know, they can actually be there and, you know, get people hyped about their stuff. So.
So you think is it a sign that they have more big titles? Like before,
Possibly.
you could bring Square Enix up, and then basically they're like, yeah, we just have this one big title to show.
Or, hey guys,
and
when
so
you
they
get
were
trolled,
totally fine with it.
Final Fantasy VII PC edition. Woo!
But then now, like, they must have more stuff, right? That's why they're doing this.
Well, I mean, they always have more stuff. It's just like I said, whenever it's during one of the big three's conferences, it's like they only have time for like
you're like kind of giving me hope right now of like, well, maybe there's so much they can't fit all of it in Sony and Microsoft's, and they got to do their own thing on the side because there's so many games. You're the video game, the second coming. It's happening. Believe, Tekken, believe.
I don't
Temper
think
that.
that's
Do you remember the last Konami show?
Was that the 1 Million Troops one? Or was that after or before?
Actually, you can just remember any of the Konami ones.
I must say, just
Oh, bird. I see what you're saying.
but it's like, well, for one, these usually aren't that long to begin with. But it's like it just gives them a chance to, like, you know, let's just focus on our stuff and not just this whole
What
parade
other
of.
IDOS stuff is there? There's Deus Ex.
There's Tomb
Possibly
Raider.
Hitman, you think?
Oh right, I forgot about that.
There's a
series.
Hitman movie coming out. at some
Kane
point.
Lynch.
They may have a. No, I don't think Caitlin Lynch is going to show up anytime soon again. But they might
think
do another
that's
Hitman though, because I think there might be another Hitman on the horizon.
Because
it
it
is-
is last
yeah.
Hitman game. Absolutely.
Exactly.
That one was good, right?
Yeah. Well, I haven't played it, but I hear
So-so.
people like it.
Have it.
I'm
But I
looking
feel-
up their
still,
game
yeah.
lineup now.
That's another game I'm not like really good at because some of it does require you to actually not get caught
Yeah.
with the whole thing a Hitman thing. But you know, when I can just gun people down, I'm awesome. I'm awesome at mass murder. Terrible at stealth.
Oh wow!
So-
When did they get turned into Square Enix Europe?
Wait, what?
IDOS?
Yeah.
As a studio, I think they've been that for a long time.
Ew.
They just publish under the IDOS name sometimes, I think.
So I typed it into Wikipedia and I was like, I didn't even know that was a thing.
What was the thing?
Square Enix Europe.
I don't think they were before.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Wait, no. It says Square Enix Europe was originally the now defunct IDOS PLC.
Yeah.
Was the holding company IDOS Group. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, they weren't like a Square Enix thing beforehand.
So like Tomb Raider then, probably.
Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, probably some Hitman, possibly. I
So
mean,
Final Fantasy 14 has been huge for them. You think they
it
showed
has
that?
been, surprisingly.
Yeah.
They'll probably
they
cut
they
next
like
band
actually
something.
do better job of supporting that game than Destiny. So I would say yes.
Well, I think part of it is
I have Final Fantasy 14 envy at this point. They have real expansions in that game.
You think the Dissidia fighting game that they just released announced?
Yeah, possibly
Probably.
for consoles.
I think they may wait for like Tokyo Game Show and like make sure to get the hype out about it first, and then maybe after it'll be like,
It's like maybe they don't show any Japanese stuff because it's like this is a Western audience, even though it is like
like
the
E3 is
Super
just
Bowl
all
of video
idol
games.
stuff.
Yeah, so it's mostly idol
that's
stuff.
why it's
It's like
supposed
we'll
to
save
be
our
Western
Japanese stuff for
idol.
for the the Nihon at the Tokyo Game Show.
Because I mean, there is supposed to be a 15 trailer,
One of
but
us,
that'll
one of
probably just be
us.
during Sony's conference or something, as opposed to during their own conference. So
Uh,
yeah,
I think we
it's
totally
mostly
just
probably
like,
going to be
I think we totally
IDOS.
just called it. It's like Tomb Raider, Hitman,
Yeah, I think it's going to be mostly IDOS.
Deus
Yeah, but-
Ex, maybe some Kane and Lynch. You know,
'Cause
Just
remember
Cause
they-
2 as well, or 3 or whatever.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Just Cause. Yeah, there's that too.
There's
Because
that.
I mean, they were complaining all about Tomb Raider sales to begin with, so now they're probably trying to pimp out IDOS to be like, yeah, buy their games, kind of thing. So, probably what they're for this for. Despite the fact that Tomb Raider sold like millions of copies, and yet it was somehow still a disappointment to them because, yeah,
there was
that makes-
also like Square Enix has been doing that the collective thing, right? Which is the indie games thing.
Yeah.
sometimes when they remember.
I wonder if they try to jump onto that too. We're gonna trot out indies too.
Yay, indies for everybody! Although,
oh
does
yeah,
really
that
count, though?
they did
'Cause
publish
published.
Life is Strange, so we'll see.
Oh yeah,
So
that's
maybe they have
right.
some like small games that they want to showcase.
Oh, maybe.
E3.
E3.
Telltale and Marvel.
Oh, dude, I got so pumped when I saw that.
My
But
gosh.
then it's like my brain exploded because it's like, is it going to be M-rated? Is it going to be Choice and Consequences? Is it going to be like exactly the same? But like, just I can't even.
So like,
Okay.
what property
can't
do you think makes sense?
Dude,
All of
it
them.
could be
I'm
anything.
kind of thinking like Runaways, maybe.
I don't even know. I don't
know
even
if the Runaways aren't popular enough for that to be like a first out of the gate thing. Because
I think, like, who's, like-
that would kind of been like doing like Guardians of the Galaxy before they did any of the Phase 1 movies or something.
Well, so would it be neat if their game was part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Yes.
Or would you rather it not be?
I'd rather it not be actually, but I would not
rather
mind
it not be. Because
To me, it's like I think it would have to be somebody that was like on street level, like Daredevil, where it's like they're just on the street, on their beat, you know, doing stuff. They have like their their spandex side of like, oh, I'm on patrol, and then like they have their whatever they do in the day, like, oh, I'm a lawyer, blah blah blah.
I'm actually curious as to how that would work, because like I mean, with those kind of properties, they're more action oriented. I'm not sure how that would work with their type of game.
So I
kinda.
don't think you're gonna be like an uber powerful hero in this one. So no Thor or godlike characters.
Well, I mean, Thor isn't that powerful.
They'll probably show up, maybe,
Oh, that
but
would be
you
cool.
won't be them.
Yeah. See, that's what's so cool. Is like you could have like some sort of like mini crossover, like oh, you're doing something, and like some other character shows up. It's like oh, it's that guy. Oh, that lady. Oh.
And the best part about it is I
fanboy
don't
moment.
think there's any licensing issues, so it actually can have
Yeah,
actual
they could have
crossovers.
everyone.
Yeah, it's not like nope, we can't have this because
But then it's so far out, isn't it? 2017.
It's 2017. It's pretty far out.
Oh man, that's what kills me. It's like that
it
is
could
a
just
long
mean that
wait,
it
dude.
could just mean it's going to be that big.
Or that awesome.
That they-
RPG. Oh my
that-
gosh. What if like what if the
Take
seasons were
time.
like more than 5 episodes of, oh my gosh. Or if it was like a whole team and like every episode's like a different character and oh my gosh, I'm so I can't even.
It's going to be like a new episode every month or something.
It's like
because
it's like
that
Resident
big.
Evil 6
They're
where it's like
yeah,
you
we
see
need
the
Despite
time to-
campaign
me
from like
being
every
upset what Agents of
character's
Shield did, like it is
perspective.
pretty cool that Agents of Shield led directly into the movie. So that might be really cool if like the game episodes directly led into stuff that was coming out in other mediums at the time.
Well, is there not a Marvel movie in 2000? There is one in 2017, isn't there?
There's almost definitely one coming out in 2017.
There is, 'cause, like,
I just
through
have
a
no
year.
idea what it is.
I have no idea.
I forgot because
I'll look
I
it
could
up.
have sworn during their whole when they did their timeline thing. Wait, was it Adam? Was it Doctor Strange?
I think 17 summer of 17 is when the Spider-Man one comes out. So they moved some of them around. I think Doctor Strange is before Spider-Man.
Oh.
Let's see, 2017
'Cause
is
he's supposed to come, like,
Untitled
after
Spider-Man
Ant-Man,
movie,
though,
Guardians
so-
of the Galaxy 2, Thor Ragnarok, and those are it.
Interesting. I am not interested in any of those except for Guardians of the Galaxy. So Mm, that is unfortunate. I mean, I'm still probably gonna see them anyway, because but still, it's like I'm not like a huge fan of Thor. So I don't know. Although the whole Ragnarok thing might be cool, because all the gods are supposed to die, so that could be fun. I mean, not for them, but you know.
As
I guess
a
it'd be
spectator thing.
yeah. Let's say as a spectator, it'd be awesome, but for them, not so much. But yeah, that could be cool if they were able to do like a tie-in of some sort to like lead into it, and then kind of like play in with. Because I mean, they have so many different things going on in the universe now. It's like it'd be kind of cool to have your TV shows, your movies, and then your video games too, and you were able to somehow get them like interwoven and stuff. That could be cool.
Because that's one of the things they talked about with their the Super Show thing concept, where it's going to be part TV, part game.
Hmm.
Maybe it's an Agents of Shield game.
And that would be just in time for Inhumans too, because like that comes out the year right after, and then they
Oh,
could
and also
totally
like
stretch
all
it out for that.
the Netflix series would be still going on at that point too.
That is true.
On this thing it says Inhumans is July 12th, 2019.
19. I thought it was 18.
That
Did it
was
get pushed
19.
back again? Ah, son of a bitch. Wait, something's in 2018.
2018 is Infinity War Part 1, Captain
Oh, that's what it
Marvel, and
was.
Black
Okay.
Panther.
Wait, they were making a Black Panther movie? I'm sorry, I must have missed something. I didn't know that was a thing. But yeah, that's interesting.
Oh wow,
Huh.
next year it'll be the start of Phase 3, cool. Civil War, yes.
Civil War's gonna be awesome. Unless it's not, in which case then I'm gonna be sad. But
Wait,
Can't-
Ant-Man is Phase 2?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Phase 2.
technically,
Interesting.
because I mean, it comes out it's like right after Avengers, so it's like kind of in that same time frame. So
Hmm.
you can squeeze it into the second phase, and then they'd be like, "Yep, now we're in third phase." Because yeah, that makes sense, right? Wait, was Iron Man before Captain America when they
Iron
did it?
Man, which
Yeah.
one?
The first one, like the first ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iron
Okay.
Man was the first one.
Okay, so then Captain America's kicking off this new phase. That's it. I guess that works. It should be fun. Although Iron Man's in that movie too, isn't he? So it's technically like a dual movie. So it'd be the same thing. It's totally fine. It's Civil War. He has to be in the movie. Otherwise, it wouldn't make any sense. So I'm kind of excited. Although it's weird that Avengers is going to be kind of a setup for that. Since technically the movies are supposed to be like a setup for the Avengers instead of the other way around. So it's weird.
They can do both.
No, I don't accept that. That makes too much sense. And then there might be too much stuff going on, though, if they try to do that. Which I'm worried might be the case with Age of Ultron. So
Can't go see it.
you can. Oh, you
So
can.
there was, I think there were other games that were announced this week. I just can't remember what they were.
It was everything. Everything. Although it makes you wonder what are they leaving left for E3 if they're announcing everything.
See, that's what I'm being excited for. It's like if Deus Ex is out of the way, and then all the other crap's out of the way, it's like,
So,
ooh, what the Megatons are they're saving for E3. Ooh,
unless they
We
were just
haven't
getting
seen
the announcement out.
gameplay for Deus Ex yet, right?
nope.
Yeah. So that's probably if you get the announcements out of the way, then you can just focus on kind of like how they did with the console announcements. It's like you got that out the way, so then once E3 rolled around, it's like all about the games instead of all the announcing stuff. So maybe.
You know, that makes a lot of sense. If you have to like explain what the game is and do all this stuff at E3, that just takes a lot of time. So if you explain them all and announce them all beforehand, then at E3 you can just show them.
Yeah. That seems like it's a better idea.
That would be pretty cool.
Hail Hydra.
No.
Yeah, so it should be interesting. It should be interesting. I'm excited for E3. So there should be that. Too bad Nintendo's given up. Because it would have been nice if, they didn't. And they tried. And they're like, hey guys, we're just kidding. We're back. And now we have all these awesome games to come for our Wii U that we apparently forgot about because we don't care anymore. And we wanted a new Star Fox. Too bad. So, yeah. And stuff.
Oh man, if they don't share Star Fox, I'm gonna. Oh man, that'll oof.
They're gonna rage.
I might go to Kyoto RPG and do some stuff. Let's just say
Oh
let's put
my.
it that way.
That seems unnecessary.
And I'm not talking about walking down the street. Oh,
Well, we kind of got that. But yeah. When is their Nintendo Direct anyway? Before
the same day as Square Enix.
Nobody knows, actually. They haven't announced any plans
okay.
this year yet.
Oh,
But traditionally, the time that Square Enix is doing it is when Nintendo used to have their press conference. And then they stopped doing that. And so that was when they released their Nintendo Directs. But since they're pre-recorded, you can watch them whenever.
Yeah, it's like
when
I
they come
rather
out.
watch the Square Enix event than the Nintendo thing. It's like, I'll just watch it later, whatever. It's like once
but
this
then
is
at that point, I'm probably just gonna not, well, I'm not even gonna watch it because by that point, I'll just let whoever's watching it just type up all the list of things and just get it from there. Because it's Nintendo Direct.
actually, that's true because they're not talking about anything new anyway. So it's like whatever. Xenoblade Chronicles, whatever.
So I'm just
New Yoshi game, whatever. New Kirby game, whatever.
hey,
I haven't,
hey,
I haven't
you
seen
watch
a
your
Nintendo
mouth.
Direct since last E3.
Exactly.
Well, there you go.
Exactly. So, yeah. It's sad because I was all excited last year because they were showing stuff and they're like, yeah, this is going to be a good year for them. And then it wasn't. So, Nintendo.
Well, I can't remember what else was announced, so that is the news.
Silent Hills got canceled, dude.
Oh.
That was the catalyst for my semi. Well, it wasn't my catalyst for my breakdown, but still, it didn't help matters.
For your mini.
This game, we thought it was coming. We thought we knew it was coming. It's like, oh, it's almost, and it gets ran over by a car, right before the finish line. Of and it's dead. Konami came by in its car and just jumped out with its AKs and just pop, 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 and just killed it. And
Oh, my.
pulled off. It's like, ha, you guys thought you were gonna get that game. You're not getting it.
No kill like overkill.
Now it can exist in mythical status. Everything that you thought would be awesome about it, no one can prove you wrong.
It's true. It's like they were totally going to have this and this is going to happen. It's like, you're right.
It was going to be a Morpheus game. People would have died playing it.
Yes. When you die in the game, you die in real life.
That's great.
#1 scariest game of all time.
They also had to ban it in several countries because, reasons.
Yep, people died.
That's usually a good reason.
It got messy.
It did. It did. That would be kind of cool, though. I mean, not the people dying part, but if it was a Morpheus game. And
You know how Morpheus has the screen output, right? So the person wearing the headset is seeing their thing, and then there's the screen output.
Yeah.
And in Silent Hills, there'd be parts where it would tell the audience to go up and strangle the guy wearing the headset.
Ah.
Ooh, spooky!
Yeah, right up until the part where you were getting strangled. Because that wouldn't be fun. At all.
It would be subliminal too, so it'd be extra spooky for all the people around. They'd also be like, "What is going on?"
Would they be able to do it where it's the person using the glasses sees something slightly different than what the people at the output is seeing? Would they be able to do something like that? Or
So far
Or would
they've
it-
said no, but whatever. The game it has mythical status now. We can make
So
up
it
whatever we
could
want.
have. So it totally could have. I wonder, because it could have been
Yeah, the refresh
situation-
rate of the headset is too fast, so they don't even see the subliminal messages. But then on the regular TV screen, those people do see it, or some of them see it, and then one person will react, and the whole everyone in the room will be like, "What's going on? Why is he doing that?" Ah!
Oh my! This game got real dark real fast.
Yeah, see, that's Silent Hill.
That would have been awesome. And you can't prove that it wasn't going to be a thing. Because it was. I was there. Always remember. I forgot what date that thing came out, though, so I can't even give a date to it. But always remember it anyway.
So the PT demo got pulled from the
Oh, but I already downloaded it. It's okay.
I'm not sure what that means exactly. Does that mean that they like
Even
even if
all the
it's on
games, you should
download
buy them
list,
all
you
now.
can't get it anymore?
I'm not sure because I made sure to re-download it just in case. Cause I think if you have it, you should be able to re-download it. But I'm like, I'm not sure, man.
Yeah. Because like there was a thing with Steam that happened recently. So they were charging for workshop items, or they allowed
Oh yeah, this is
modders
the thing I was gonna.
to charge for their mods. And then one guy was like, "No, I refuse to support this," and he pulled his for pay mod and said, "I want everything removed from the servers." And Valve was like, "Well, we can't, because the people who paid for it have to be able to re-download it later if they want. So we have to keep that. Like, we can take down the store page so no one else can buy it, but we can't take it down and take away their ability to do that." And the modder was like, "Well, I'll just give them all refunds. Like, I don't care. I want everything gone." And like, "No, we can't do that." And well, just it's been a messy couple of days on Steam, and now pay for mods support is gone. It was another one of Valve's experiments. So back to normal. Nothing to see here.
See, I
For
thought
now.
that was a weird response when they're like, we don't know what we're doing. So I was like, but Valve usually always knows what they're doing. That was
Yeah,
weird.
well, I mean, they do experiments like that. I cannot point to one specifically right now, but it seems
We'll
like
put out
in
2/3 of
character what they
Half-Life
do.
2, but nobody will freak out about that at all.
This is an experiment in the release date for Half-Life 3. That's what it all comes back to. That's what it all comes back to. Half-Life. Half-Life. You're all playing it right now and don't know it.
I don't know. Was there anything else?
I don't think so. Because the only thing I remember is just like the whole Kojima thing, and then it's just like it just exploded all over the internet, and people were like, "No, Konami's doomed because they're the worst." And it's like, I know, I agree, but still, I'm mostly just sad I won't be getting Zone of the Enders 3.
So
It's
you think
not
Phantom
really.
Pain is going to come out and be kind of broken?
Ooh.
Well, he's still there until it's.
But is
Yeah,
he really
but,
doing
you know,
anything right now?
you-
Is the question.
you require
It's like there's been
morale,
all
I
this
think, to
fallout.
make
Yeah, it's like
Mm,
I don't know, man.
unless maybe they only did this because the game's already finished and they're just holding on to it, and now they were like, "Yep, we got what we wanted from you, and now we can destroy you." Because they sound like that kind of company.
But the thing is, like, games are never finished, really. Like, there's always little stuff that the people making it know is like, "Oh, we can make that better."
Yeah,
And
well,
so when they do those things, like, then sometimes your games reach that amazing level. But if they're just like, "Screw it, it's done. None of you are allowed to touch it," but you're also not allowed to say that you have been fired or anything. So you're gonna wait
although
here.
we don't really know the story behind it, because it's possible that they left on good terms or something, and he just was kind of just like, "Well, I'm good now. I just kind of want to go," and they're just like, "Okay, that's fine. We're still going to keep making your games, but have fun with that." So I don't know. It's possible that it was not like a vicious split, and it was actually not bad. So there's that option as well, because maybe he just decided, he's like, you know what, I spent some time in this industry. I think it's time, guys.
Has that been true of any of the splits we've seen, though? I mean, sure, that doesn't necessarily mean that this is not that case, but you look at Inafune, he left because
Yeah,
all that stuff.
that was not good.
Wow, what's his name? Team Ninja guy.
Ikagi.
Didn't he go back and sue Tecmo?
I don't remember.
Because like they didn't pay him royalties or something like that. That also happened here, Infinity Ward, with Activision.
Yes, that went wonderfully.
Oh man, that was like a whole court thing and lawyers.
Yes, that was fun.
That was super drama.
Except when it wasn't. So I don't know. I'm just saying. It just, maybe that's the case. But then again, the fact that they're refusing like to release statements or tell anybody about anything, it's kind of like only makes people assume even worse things than what's actually probably happening. Because it's like, well, they don't want to tell us anything.
Used to tweet a lot of stuff, and he just hasn't been doing that.
Yeah.
And then, like, Konami just keeps saying, everything is fine. We're going to make more Metal Gears. It's fine. We'll just hire more people. I was like, wait, what do you mean by you'll just hire more people? Don't you have people? Oh.
Right. About that. So, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it won't be the same, that's for sure. So, I don't know. I don't know about the future of any of the series that he done, because if they do release stuff, it's like, well, it's just, yeah, I don't know.
I think it'd be kind of neat, actually, because, oftentimes, I don't know if it's because they're humble or because it's true. Like, the figurehead creatives that we see in front of, like, big games, I feel like those, like, without that one person, the games wouldn't be the way that they are. Even though, when you ask them, they always say, oh, no, it's actually the effort of hundreds of people. So it's not just me. But, I guess I don't know. Like, I feel like it is just him that creates that feel, So when they make more Metal Gear games after this, it would be interesting to see, like, okay, was it just him? Or was it, can anyone produce something like that feels like that?
I guess we will see, actually.
Yeah.
Just like we did with Mega Man Legends 3. Good times.
It's funny after RPG says, it's like I wonder like what was like the straw that was like Infinite's like, you know what? If I can't make a Mega Man game here, I'll go somewhere else and make it. F you guys, I'm out. It's like you won't let me make Mega Man Legends 3.
It's like mic drop.
Make these other Mega Man games are 9 and 10 comes out and people like them. Well, you know what? I'm out of here.
I think Shinji Mikami was also one of those, right?
Oh yeah,
he's not
Evil.
at Capcom anymore.
Because he just made Evil Within.
I know, like, the Katamari guy also left Namco. Because they were just like, nah, I'm done. I don't want to make games anymore. I was like, what could have happened?
What went wrong? I mean, I think that's the problem. Is just like we'll never get like the whole story in these situations, because it's like obviously there's probably a lot more going on than what we see in like the media and stuff. But
mostly because it's Japan and they don't really have
classic Japan
games press like they do in the US.
Well, that's because we like to put everything in the media because of America. Another one bites the dust, you guys.
So many in this case. Think of the games that would not exist
All
has
of them?
franchises today.
Because
Like Castlevania Lord of Shadows. Silent Hills just doesn't exist now.
No
Zone of the
DDR, no
Enders,
DDR.
Metal Gear.
Contra.
I don't know. I don't know, Konami. I don't know. I don't know what you did, but you should have fixed it. So, I don't know.
Just crazy.
Because now I don't even know if I want to buy the next Metal Gear game. Because it's like,
I know, right? It's like I can't support this company after they've done what they've done.
because like I loved 4, and now it's like,
Cause I was super on board. I was like, I'm not going to buy the whatever virtuous mission I keep forgetting the name of, and then I bought Ground Zeroes, and it was like $8. I was like, dude, it's $8.
hmm.
Now I feel
Sad now.
it's like, well, I feel obligated now. But then it's like, wait, what did you do to Kojima? No, never again. I'll just wait for the Game of the Year edition 12 months later with all the DLC.
Konami's going to turn into one of those companies. They're going to turn into Capcom. It's going to happen. Now we're going to get like Super Metal Gear and like Super Ultra Metal Gear and like Super Metal Gear Alpha, and it's gonna get crazy.
Did we talk about Trials of the Osiris? Or I mean, did we talk about the what it's
No.
called? Trials of.
'Cause
Oh,
it's-
the
'cause
Destiny
it's
stuff?
Destiny.
Yeah.
Not really.
Okay.
Because it's gross.
I don't know how I'm going to play it, because there's no matchmaking. It's 3-on-3, but even more hardcore than Skirmish, so you only have one life.
Try to play. You have one life. It's totally. You can totally just bum rush them. That's what I'm
You
gonna
got
do. I'm
one
like,
life.
I'm gonna F it. I have one life. Let's do it.
When you go down, you can be revived, but if you go down, like that's it. It's like the Darkness Zones, but for PvP.
Well, isn't that
And then
similar
it's
to
like
what
best of 11. Like whoever gets to 5 wins first.
that's pretty much how Skirmish works, isn't it though?
Except Skirmish is like by points. So you can revive each other, but if the whole team wipes, like the game continues. You just respawn
Well, yeah,
elsewhere and you
there's
go. This one is just like there is no that part.
just all
The team wipes and the round is over.
Oh no!
There is
And
no
then
that part.
whoever gets
There
whoever
is
gets
no
5 rounds wins.
Dun, dun, dun.
Then the bigger structure is you get this card. It's a passage to the Trials of Osiris, and your goal is to get 9 wins. If you get to 9 wins, you can purchase the highest tier gear that's available for that week, and every week they rotate.
Until you get all of it, and it's pretty.
Apparently, it has this sort of Egyptian-looking theme. It looks pretty cool.
It's the Osiris part.
But if you lose 3, then that card is basically like that passage is done. So you have to go trade that one in and get a new one to start over again. There's also some like consumables that you can buy. So if you have like a loss, there's a consumable that you can buy that will take that loss off. But yeah, basically it's you get to 9 wins or you get to 3 losses. Whichever comes first, you trade it in. Yeah, so you want to get to 9 wins.
Well, I guess theoretically you could just keep taking your losses off, and then you'd be like, yay, 9 wins.
I'm sure it's going to be more expensive
Theoretically.
than how you think. More expensive than you think it's going to be, and you probably won't be able to just always do it. So
Maybe after a few months. you'll
Kinda
be able
like-
to do it once.
kind of like the cooldown on that the Iron Banner buff thing. It's like you won't be able to just
Oh yeah.
spam it,
We'll see.
because otherwise people could just keep getting rid of their losses.
Yeah, because there's another buff where it's like you buy it and 1 win counts as 2 wins, or it gives you a free win.
Yeah, so it's like,
So,
I'm almost sure
I'm
you
just
won't be
gonna
able to.
buy my 9 wins.
Yeah, it's going to prevent you from being able to do that. So
It's also like Iron Banner in the sense that your gear matters, so it's level advantages enabled.
yes,
Then the matchmaking, like they mentioned, it's going to be sort of different. So apparently there is matchmaking in Destiny, and they look for people of around the same skill. For this mode, their priority is connections. So it's going to look for best connections first, rather than
Well,
around the same skill. So sometimes
This
you will
will
be
be
matched,
yeah.
So
really
it's
outmatched.
somewhere to be like a curb stomp, and then it's like, oh, I pretty much like spawned and died. It's
Yep.
like that was fun.
I'm like excited and also kind of like, man, this is gonna be hard. Oh, also, so it runs through the weekends. It starts on Friday at like 10 a.m. Pacific, they said, and goes until the weekly reset. And you can play it as many times as you want, as long as you can keep getting more passages. What was it? Oh, but the map doesn't change. So every weekend is one map. So it will be more about, figuring out the strategies for your team on that one map for that weekend. Instead of having all these random variables where it's like, oh, now the map is a different map and you just have to adjust to all these different things. It's just going to be one thing to learn every
Now
weekend.
it's like esports. Yay!
It does have an esports feel to it.
Do you already have a team?
No.
Are you doomed?
Yeah, that was the thing. I was like, oh man, I like most people I play with do not play PvP.
Dun dun dun.
So I was like, that's gonna be really difficult then. I'm gonna have to convince some people, hey, PvP. And then then it's like, well, it sounds like it's gonna be really hard because it's end game PvP content is what they're calling it.
I know Tekken loves PvP, so you might be able to get him to play if you sugarcoat it.
It's the only place I can get the Anubis helmet. The Anubis helmet.
So you have to play, and I mean you already have Tropical at least, so you'll be okay. You guys just.
I don't know,
have to find a third
RPG.
person.
It is tropical. He might let me down.
I mean, he disappoints me at every
I
turn.
mean, it
but I mean,
disappoint
you
me.
still like you might. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's better than you in PvP though.
Whoa.
I don't know. I've played Call of Duty with Tekken. He's pretty good.
Yeah, but he might not be good at Destiny PvP.
Kind of, sort of. Well,
Well, I guess we did play Iron Baron that one time together. I forgot how it went, but
I play with someone.
Now
and
we
we
just
lost
need a third.
times. I don't think that was Tekken.
I'm sure
Well,
Gamer
I mean,
might be.
Gamer still. I must say,
But he hates
Gamer's probably gonna
PvP,
have.
so we'll see.
He hates it, but he's gonna need the gear, so he's gonna do it probably out of obligation.
Maybe you
Actually,
two.
that would be
like,
entertaining because
hatred.
Gamer will be swearing up and down the whole time if we're losing. It's like, well, these Gamer's here to make me laugh.
Let's stream it. Rated M for game. That'd be interesting. Maybe your mutual hatred of PvP will allow you to kill them mercilessly so that the rounds can end very quickly.
You're like, I need to get out of this as soon as possible. Let's kill these guys.
That's the goal.
That would be nice.
I believe in you guys. You can do it.
So there's going to be 3 new maps with the expansion, and 4 new maps on the PS4 and PS3, because more PlayStation exclusive stuff. They didn't show any pictures or anything, so I don't know what they look like. One of them is like on one of the on Mars's moon. One of them is in the tunnels below Venus. There's one in Europe, which will be totally different because all the Earth maps so far have been in Russia.
Classic Russia.
And a 4th one, which I can't remember at all. The last reveal, I think Prison of Elders is going to be shown next week.
Yay.
So,
Does anyone know if it's a strike or whatever we said last
or
week?
Horde mode?
Or horde mode.
It's gonna be horde mode. Because the whole arena thing just sounds 40.
Strike or ghost not good hacking. Defend me! Buy me some time! Mode.
It's like, we got you. We got you, man. And then after that, it's back to paid expansion thingies until Destiny 2.
There was something that struck me there. So in the mission, the archive, like you're going along, and when you get to the door, the ghost says, "Oh, like this is some sort of encryption. They were really serious about keeping people out," and it takes him like 2 seconds to open it. So does that mean like all the other hacking really is really hard? He actually isn't that bad.
Or he was just trying to give you that false sense of security so he can like get you trapped in there, and then it's like, haha, JK guys, you kind of have
He
to
only
fight
knows
this way.
about one type of security, and it's like, oh, this is that type. It's like, well, they're really serious, but this is the only one I know, so it's really fast. And the rest of them are just A, ding,
Pretty much.
B, ding.
It's like, what do you mean there's numbers in this too? Ah, crap. So it's like, yeah. He is not very good at hacking. When in doubt, shoot lasers at it. That's how he goes.
So I guess that's it for news. Yay.
Yep.
Cool. I think the air is getting thin in here.
That,
It's becoming mostly carbon dioxide, so I want to leave soon.
that's not good.
Check us out, aimlesspodcast.com. Also, subscribe on iTunes, YouTube, Twitch, and follow us on Twitter and Facebook. One of those is like, so do that on that one.
Classic.
Anything to say before we sign off, RPG?
Kingdom Hearts.
All right, so check us out again next week and find out who's been playing what or finishing what or not. And until you hear from us again, we're now signing off.